Yo, what's up? We didn't have our countdown today. Dang.
Not today.
Yeah, not today, right? Anyway, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Highground Live. We are glad to be back. We missed last week. We can't wait to talk with y'all. This is it's been a minute, bro. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry. Our website,
Yeah,
FortniteCards.com, is down, guys. I'm trying to get it back up and
yeah,
fixed.
yeah. You can
Sorry
fix
about
that.
that.
Just wanted to get you in there now. You can go back
Yeah.
to that, bro. But
What's going up? What's going up, Black Ash? Mile High. What's up,
yeah.
Dick?
Yeah, I love it. That's hilarious.
How you been? It's been 2 weeks since
Yeah,
we
man.
we
It's
talked
been two
last.
weeks. Man, I've been great. Can't complain. How about you?
Been pretty good. I've been haven't really been buying anything. Trying not to.
Same, same.
Um, I mean, I do see some prices that are really enticing.
Yeah,
So
this is a very interesting time for me this during this time of year. Obviously the holidays, but it's a lot of birthdays, including my wife, my mother, father. So it's just fourth quarter of the year. I'd be chilling.
fourth quarter. I like that. Fourth quarter of the year. Yeah,
I'd be chilling.
I've got 5 kids and Christmas is coming up.
Yeah. So
So that's
yeah,
gonna be an interesting one.
yeah. Definitely be chilling around this time. Picking your spots when you can for the most part. But
I don't know, I've been watching there's some stuff. A Focus for $20.
yeah. Oh, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff I've had my eyes on for sure.
We are getting close to the invitational,
Yes.
which reminds me, we have there's been a couple giveaways we did that people haven't reached out.
Yeah.
So if you guys are tuning in and you come every week and you want a giveaway
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't gotten it, it's because either I don't have your message or address.
Mm-hmm.
So reach out. We do so many that it's hard for me to keep track
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
need to reach out if you haven't gotten it.
But
Nice, you got Man Cake USA
for 27.
9.5.
For 27, that's a
I'm not a
steal.
huge Man Cake fan, but
Yeah.
I know you like Man Cake, right?
Yeah. I like him. I think he has a lot of potential. Maybe it's because I like pancakes, but you know, we'll see. Jim, what's up? What's up? Frankie, what's up? Man, I will say that how have you felt? I know you haven't got a chance to play. I really haven't played specifically Fortnite mirrors. Like I haven't played Zero Builds, Horde Rush, or anything like that. Wasn't really too many changes to the map either, but I
Hmm.
think it's a big build up coming. So I think this is just that in between.
Yeah, I haven't been playing. I broke my controller. I finally got a new one.
He
It
raged,
feels.
by the way.
Hmm?
I said you raged, by the way. That's how he broke it.
I did not rage. No, just the trigger stopped working. So I got a new controller and it feels different. It feels weird. So I kind of feel like a bot. And I just been working a lot and I haven't put in any hours into playing.
Yeah,
But I plan to play tomorrow or even after the live tonight,
yeah.
maybe.
No,
Um,
and you're not being dramatic. It's real. I went from I had a pretty dramatic one. I went from Xbox Elite controller, the second series,
mhm,
to PS5 until I got my scuff to the PS5 controller. And that I just didn't you remember, I just didn't play. Like I was
mhm.
just like I have to wait for my controller to come in because this is just I can't do
It's weird. I have to get used to it, and it's like
it.
it's to the point where sometimes I don't know what button to push. It's weird.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
explain it. They're the
Yeah.
same buttons, but since it
It's just
feels
weird.
weird, I question myself on what I'm pushing. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe that's why I haven't been
Black Ash
pushing
said
to
cat.
play.
Dylan, he said cat.
We played Black Ash and I played once, and I was trash. Right? Be honest, Black
I
Ash.
think
I was trash,
he's either saying cap to that or cap to the fact that you didn't rage and break it.
or both.
Or
I
both. And
I might rage and break this new one before I break my old one.
and yeah, Dill, I feel you on that. You said the pumpkin launcher is annoying. Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
good.
great with rocket launchers, to be honest. I always kill myself.
Oh wait, bro, if you go back to like season 3 and season 4, that was the main way I died. If it wasn't fall damage, it was
Hmm.
literally from me exploding myself from that. So that was yeah, I feel you on that one. That is definitely a way I used to die a lot. and Rabbit Raider used to always be the one that I was fighting.
You
That's why I want.
hate Rabbit
I'm
Raider.
not. You know what? I'm softening up, but I'm really not at the same time. I like his card, but I don't think I dislike him so much. I just don't think I want it. I don't want his card, man. He made my bot years dreadful.
So
Like
the
that.
card I'm biggest on right now, and I just can't stop buying, is Still Focus.
Hmm.
Um, and it's weird because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to like. It's kind of like that aura feeling. I'm
Yeah.
trying to identify other cards as the prices like fluctuate. Is there anything
Mhm.
you've noticed
Um.
that's like because it's been out for a while? Like, are you still like big on Midas?
Yeah. I'm still very big. Very big on Midas. I think that the amount of availability of the cracked ice, which is still low. We always say that. I'm very interested in that. I'm extremely big on the Midas laser, as you know.
Hmm.
I will say also I'm big on the Aura laser. And man, series three is very interesting to say the least. Um, yeah, man. It's what do
So
you feel?
so far, I'm trying to look at the pop. We have 2,000 graded so far
Hmm.
total. Let me find Midas. I haven't looked at the pops in a while.
Hmm.
Let me search.
By the way, like if y'all
Midas
haven't already, y'all, we appreciate that.
Midas hit 100.
He hit 100, 100 even right now.
100 even.
62 tens, 27 nines. You know what? I like that though. I like that is this because Midas is that popular.
Hmm.
I like it. I like that you have
I
you
mean,
got
for a popular skin, 100 is like
it's
nothing
it's
though.
nothing. It's nothing.
A
Like I
hundred people.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so I mean, we do know there's some ungraded, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So we have to assume that there's at minimal now 200, right? They
And
didn't stop at 100. They didn't stop at 150. It's got to be at least 200,
yeah.
at least.
They'll screenshot that. Then also yeah, like I don't know, man. I think this Midas thing is very interesting in a good way. Can you go down to the lasers real quick? Still 10. Now, and I'll also say this, like Dylan just said, it's definitely some ungraded. I know for sure of at bare minimum of 11 that's still ungraded. For sure. So that makes it and that's within two people.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I know there's a lot
that's
of people
that's
here.
interesting in itself. Hmm.
I know a lot of people here have Midases.
Yeah.
Um, like I know JT has some. I remember him mentioning that. I don't know
Yeah.
if he got his
Yeah, I
graded.
know.
Um,
JT, Omar, it's a couple people that's usually in here that have some. Check the BKs, Dylan.
uh,
And Dill, yeah, that's what it feels like to me too, Dill. I think like I don't always talk on the investor side or the price side, I guess you can say, but I will say I feel like Midas is going to be a very liquid card for collectors that's trying to trade into bigger pieces or trying to sell to get into bigger cards. I think Midas can be one of those cards that rotates fairly often. If you got 100, I think at least 50 strong hands, maybe a little more, but it's a
I
good
think
amount out there
this
that's going to rotate.
I think this time period right now is the
Hmm.
most that he's going to be floating around.
Right, I agree with that.
The same thing
Hmm.
happened with the Black Knight. Now there's different amounts, right? But the market's also bigger than it was back
Hmm.
then.
Hmm.
Um, but eventually, they're going to be as rare to find as the Black Knight.
Hmm.
Maybe not the same
And
price, but
no, I agree with that, and I agree with it because the reason why I say that I agree with you on that is because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people didn't feel like going through the grading process, so they're gonna clean up those PSA nines and those PSA tens, and then they're gonna have strong hands with them, and I think that's kind of the transfer of collector hands that's happening or going from flippers to collectors. I think that's happening right now as we speak. Uh, I think there's a lot more Midases to be great. I'm not a lot more. I think there's a good amount of Midases left to be graded. But yeah, I don't see a problem with this at all.
people have not been sending in their Italy. How does
Hmm.
that make you feel for Series 1 and Series 2 Italy?
They haven't been sending in their Series 3 Italy.
Yeah. So like there's 100 Midases sent in for USA,
Hmm.
and only one of them are Italy.
Hmm. And what did it get, a 7?
Yeah, I got a 7.
I don't know how that makes me feel, actually. How does that make you feel?
I don't know if it's just have the Italy cards not fully hit the US market yet. Because I've
Mhm.
only seen a few on eBay, to be
Yeah.
honest. Um, I don't know what that means. I know there's a new grading. I need the big grading company in Europe now that people are using.
Mhm.
What do you call it?
What, tag?
No, not tag. The one in Europe is like has like a silver background to it.
Oh, I know what
Uh,
you're talking about. I know what you're talking
I
about.
forget what it is. So maybe that's why they're not sending it into PSA, which makes sense
Yeah.
if it's for European collectors. Um,
Mhm.
but like I've seen some cards cheap, but like I saw a Focus, but it was at like
PGS.
yeah PGS. That's right. I saw one Focus for like $14, but at the same time I was like, I'll just wait and buy some USA
Yeah.
ones.
Mad Silverman said check SGC's pop report on Midas. JT, what's up, bro? How you doing? See that.
6, 310s.
310s.
Yep. No pristines in Series 3 yet. I might be the only one who cares about pristines though.
I like pristines.
Yeah,
I'm
SGC's total graded at SGC right now is 353, and
mhm.
PSA is 2,000.
Mhm.
Where are we at here?
Yeah, Jim. I think a lot of people have a lot of cars to send in. I think it's gonna be another wave of cars that hit the market a little later on. Probably like I'll say like 4 months from now. I think it's gonna be another wave, especially with the prices coming down for both SGC and PSA.
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be another wave. Obviously, SGCs will be a lot quicker. Where
Hmm.
you see that hit the market. But I think we're gonna have a couple ebbs and flows that's about to happen again. Whether that's down or up, we'll find out.
And I mean, people are wondering like how many do we think? I mean, 500. Do we think?
500.
Do we think 20%? I feel like at least 20% of the Midases have been sent.
Yeah, I think a lot of the Midas has been a good amount. Um,
I mean, there was a lot
20%.
of ripping,
Yeah, it was. It was.
and like people were jumping at it to get that big payday, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So I want to say uh, at least I don't know 30 to forty
I s-
percent.
yeah, I would say if we just gave an actual number, I would say 300, 350. Um, 500 would be interesting. Uh, I would not. I'm not a. I could see 500. Honestly, I could see that. I mean, I don't know, but I could see it being 500 Midases. That seems in my head when saying it out loud. That seems like a lot in my
What? 'Cause
head.
it seems kind of crazy because like let's go to I mean I guess series one. Let's go to series two. Like
Mhm.
what's the biggest one for series two?
I don't know. Would it be? It has to be Ice King or Ultimate Night, right? As in, like,
Probably Ice King,
yeah,
maybe.
I would say Ice King.
I know Ice Queen has like 20 something. Let's see how many Ice Kings are graded. 38.
38. Oh, 45. Oh, that's hollows. Okay, yeah, 38. Um, I don't
So
know. Five. Hmm.
let's say 38 compared to 100. And it's
It
like
might. It
like if you were Panini, right? And you're going to
mhm.
increase the print run, at what
Mhm.
multiple would you
Right.
increase
Well,
it?
multiple. Right.
Would you increase it 5x, 2x? So
I was. I would say at least double. Right. I don't know. I
it,
don't. I don't know. It's hard to call.
it is hard to but I don't think they're gonna 5x it.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say probably double. I would
Yeah,
say double.
so I'd say like 300 range because I think there's probably maybe 150 to 200 ice of series two.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
maybe. This
Maybe.
is all guessing, guys. So
Yeah.
feel free to put your own inputs into it.
I think it is obvious to see way more ice of anything compared to lasers in the pop reports and in general as people always target slash rip megas rather than blasters, especially with how bad blasters were in series one and series two. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
smart. It's what I did. I think
Yep.
everyone's ripping megas and slitting in the ice.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd be comfortable saying that 100 is a good portion of the Midas is out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that because like as much as I like lasers, I besides like for like let's say content purposes, I don't see myself just going out to buy lasers to rip. You know what I mean? I mean laser blaster boxes to rip. I don't see myself doing that. So I think it's a good amount hiding in there still. You know, it's a good point. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how Series 3 does over the next year. Just because
Mhm.
it is so like Series 3 is very active. Wouldn't you agree? Like it's a this is the most active market we had. Obviously, Series 1 was an anomaly. It was the first set. Series 2 had a little bit of traction and it had an upsurge when it restocked. But Series 3 is a lot more popular, obviously, because of the first two sets. And it's very consistent. So I'm interested to see what happens over the next year.
I'm just like thinking as like a collector, like I still haven't gotten a Midas yet.
Mhm.
So I guess like what am I waiting for? What price am I
Because
waiting
I
for?
think it's because you're naturally not worried. You give that if that
Yeah,
makes at least that's what I would assume.
yeah, and it's like it's weird because I don't like have like a straight strategy because like I like to collect, so whatever jumps in
Mhm.
my head, and I guess Midas just feels expensive to me when like if I can get focus, like I got to focus raw for $20. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Versus trying to get a Midas for like 300.
See, I like that perspective because I agree with that perspective, and then I have the perspective of how could I do Midas or any card of that nature when the series one is sitting in the same price ranges. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like I can get the 20th, 30th card of series one that I'd actually do like, not just a random one
Mm-hmm.
that I do like compared to, I mean, obviously a top one of series three, but my mind immediately goes to series one. And if I put a trigger on a series three that's let's say over $300 or $400, it's hard for me to justify that when I have stuff I have to still get in series one. So that's where my mind goes. So I like both sides of that.
Yeah, like honestly, like I feel like I would grab that PSA 9 or Cracked Ice 9, the PSA
Mhm.
9 one on there for 1500 instead of a Midas 10.
For sure.
I mean, that's just how I feel, just based off of what I like and the rarity.
Mhm.
Um, so I maybe Midas needs to come back down.
I'll say something crazy. I'll give a more unique one. Because I said 20 and 30 and I didn't give any context, so I'll give one. I will buy uh I will buy a tomato head before another Midas. And
Hmm.
that's not knocking what Midas is. It's just that in comparison of obtainability and then,
Yeah, this is all about
it just
collectability, right?
yeah, like
Because
I just don't you can't assume that you're gonna get a
I
series one
think
card again.
I
Like,
think you're gonna be able to find another Midas again.
right,
You may not be able
right.
to find another Tomato Head in your price
And
range.
yeah, and that goes for series 2 as well. It's
Mhm.
like, stuff like 8 ball. 8 ball m
That's
is
true.
not even it's not in the same stratosphere as Midas. Midas is way over 8 ball. But in the context of collecting, it's just like, okay,
Ooh,
do I go with a Midas over an 8 ball?
I don't know about this. Flytrap before Midas. I don't care what your favorite skin is.
See, but that's the series. I don't agree with that
I'm
either.
just kidding. That's you buy
But
what you like. You gotta buy what you like as a collector.
yeah.
I'm just
But
joking,
I
but man.
also I also think like series one is that like that's always been my stance. Like Dylan said, like that may not be a card that we're looking for, but series one has that much of a weight and that
Mhm.
least on that there's not enough on the market for you to have to make a decision like that. Like, do I go with the absolute top of series three or do I go with a lower tier one in series one? And it's a real conversation.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard because Series 3 is very different than all the other series.
Mhm.
Like we have a chase card. but you also
Mhm.
have these really good skins in there
Y
that are
I
going for,
like
like,
yeah.
rock bottom prices. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So, like, the good skins in Series 1 have always gone for pretty good prices.
Yeah.
Like, Bright Bomber and all of them were always going for pretty good prices, and they had a chase card. So
Yeah.
for, like, Series 3, you have a chase card and good skins, but the good skins are going for pretty cheap.
Mhm.
So that's why it's kinda hard to figure out what to focus on.
Yeah. Bob, yeah. Yeah, for sure, Bob, for sure.
He says S1 is washed. He said sell them to him.
Some of your S1s.
I
Nah,
mean, I
listen.
do think that S3 is super affordable right now,
Mhm.
and I think, like, people keep complaining, like, "I don't want prices to go up." Actually,
Right.
eventually, I wanna rip some more, probably.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, they will, though, eventually.
Yeah, that is Kari, what's up, bro? I'm glad you made it. Yeah, Matt Silverman said, get S1Y, it's affordable. And then he also said Series 1 hollows feel like they're cheap, and they are. They are very cheap. I think we all can agree that with ripping them NIO packs, it's something we can never get out of our head. Like
Mhm.
what Series 1 hollows are. And I think the new wave of collectors may not know what that is, but it was real, bro. Like it was
I
Series
mean,
1 hollows going for the prices they are is just it's insane to me.
if we look at sports, because eventually sports
Yeah.
got to the point where people were sending in base cards left and right?
Mhm.
Base card rookies left and right. Um, so once we get to that point in like Fortnite, hollows are gonna be expensive, right? They're gonna be
Mhm.
really expensive, and cracked ice are gonna be unattainable for most people.
Right.
So I mean, hollows are cheap right now.
Yeah.
But the question is like cheap in what way? I mean, so are cracked ice. So are you gonna spend your time like?
Mhm.
Would you rather have a focused cracked ice
Mhm.
or a series one hollow?
A Series 1 hollow. But let me a Series 1 hollow, but if I'm being honest, like obviously everybody has different disposable incomes. I would definitely be able to do like, okay, I got to get a Focus and a Series 1 hollow this week. That type of thing.
Hmm.
You get what I mean? Because the price is so affordable for Series 3 compared to Series 1. So I feel like those buckets are together. Like if it was one or the other, I'm definitely going to hollow. Now I'm not going with a lower end hollow over a Focus cracked ice,
Yeah.
but it just gets interesting.
It gets interesting because probably the most submitted hollow is the Black Knight, I would assume,
Mhm.
right? It has 138 hollows, and we're at
See,
100 cracked dice. It's possible that Series 1 hollows are more rare than Series 3 cracked dice. I'm not saying it's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's highly possible.
Actually, I'll add something to that. There's some base cards of Series 1 that I would want over cracked ice in Series 3. Like base cards, like and being because once again, we know what that was. That is not going to be a lot of them out there, even if it hits 500 base cards or whatever the
Hmm.
case may be. The grades come into play. It's just the balancing factor is just too interesting in that case.
So, and the reason why I don't bring this up because we're talking numbers here, right?
Hmm.
But rarity isn't everything. So I
Right.
know people. So like, I'm gonna go with focus because I keep talking about focus right now. And I have at least
Go with
15
elite
focus.
agent.
Well, I have a lot of those too.
Yeah, they just.
But we'll go elite agent. But just so
Hmm.
you guys know, I have these cards I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Um, but we can go with elite agent, right? So like, I'd rather have elite agent cracked ice than most of the hollows in series one, personally, based on the design of the card. That's a
Hmm.
want thing more than a hollow, right? But
Hmm.
I'm saying it's possible that the hollows are more rare than the cracked
Hmm.
ice. Series one
Yeah.
hollows versus series three cracked ice. Let me be
Hmm.
clear. So it comes to a question of like, what do people like? And you put out a question saying
Hmm.
laser or cracked ice.
Hmm.
People are saying cracked ice.
Hmm.
Now we know cracked ice is over hollows, but like
Right.
how much? Like how much
Right.
does that cracked ice matter? I think
Hmm.
to me it matters a lot,
Yeah.
but I could be a small percentage. Like
No,
I don't
I.
think I would trade. Mm, I was about to say something kind of out there, but I
I'll
mean.
I'll be honest. I go. You should say what you're gonna say. While you're thinking of,
Money,
yeah.
money aside, I would
Hmm.
not trade an Elite Agent cracked ice for a Black Knight Hollow.
That's freaking nuts.
Money, I said money aside,
Yo.
because I would do it and then sell the Black Knight Hollow. You know what I mean? And buy more. But like
Yeah.
collectability wise, like what I would want,
Hmm.
I want Elite Agent. Like if I can only have one card to keep, I want
Hmm.
Elite Agent cracked ice over a Black Knight Hollow. And that's
Yeah.
not about money wise, because obviously
Yeah.
I'm just not a big Black Knight
Yeah.
Hollow fan. Like I would sell it.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't know.
I
It's
I get, but I do get what you're saying. As in, like,
mhm.
if you had to sit as a collector and
Yeah.
look at a card, you would rather look at Elite Agent compared to a Black Knight Hollow. I get that. I get that
Yeah.
front when you just take everything out of it. I do
Mhm.
understand that because that's how I feel about, when it comes to Lux. Like, it's a lot of cards that technically is over her. I wouldn't say a lot, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, like I get what you're getting at with that. But that Black Knight card is, bro.
It is a good card. It is a good
Yeah,
card.
yeah,
And I was just using that for example. Like
yeah.
in the Black Knight Hollow 10, there's only 18 out of 138.
138.
There's 138 hollows and 18 tens. So
Like,
that rarity is like a different monster because I'm pretty sure actually Elite Agent's a good comparison. If Elite Agent gets to 138, those tens are gonna be less than 18.
oh yeah.
Don't you think? Let me look at
Wait,
Elite
say that
Agent.
again. Wait, say
I
that
think
again.
there will be less Elite Agent Cracked Ice tens than Black Knight Hollow tens
I don't think so. I don't
because
think
of the
so.
line. Because of the line.
I get what you're saying.
So this
I
is a
think there's
10% right now. We're at 10% gem rate. What are
yeah,
we at here? It's close. This is
yeah,
like
like
what 15%, something like that.
yeah, like I'll say like okay, like so for instance,
Yes,
hypothetically speaking, right?
Jim. I have 9 Elite Agent Cracked Ice.
Hmm.
So I'm not trying to pump it up. I'm just telling you what I like.
Yeah, yeah.
If you guys want to know what I have, I'll show you guys. I do have Elite Agent Cracked Ice.
No, and Dylan, you do have a point technically because like if we think about Hollow and then seriously cracked ice, the print number probably is very close in
Yeah.
context. And that line is there. I do feel that eventually PSA will negate it though. Like as more come in, I
Hmm.
think I think it will be negated, and I think that's where the Elite Agent PSA 10 number will start going up. But I guess we have to find out,
That's
and we'll
true.
probably we'll probably have more information within the next 6 months. Like people are going to send Elite Agent in, so I think we'll see how that goes. I think it's still up in the air how they'll treat it.
That's another good question. Like if you have an Elite Agent, you know that it has this line near the hip
Hmm.
on 90% of them. There are some
Hmm.
that don't have it. They're very rare.
Very very rare, very
Um,
rare.
so like, would you just send all that you have and just try to get a 10? No.
In my head, that's in my head. I would say I was break them up, but I would do that. Like
Or
I
at
don't.
least 2 at a time, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like kind of have to
Hmm.
have a system with it.
See, yeah, a lot of people here. Like, I don't think I'm in the majority, but I'd rather have a PSA 10
Mhm.
Elite Agent
I do
over
have
a
a
Hollow.
I do have a when you think of like nostalgia, what hits you the hardest in general? It doesn't have to be like what hits you, like what skin hits you the hardest when it comes to like nostalgia.
Honestly, the card I traded away,
Dark Bomber,
Blue Squire.
Blue Squire. Okay, I
I
got you.
traded that one for
Oh
Cuddle
yeah, you
Team
sold
Leader,
Dark Bomber. Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's because that was the first skin I ever got
Uh huh.
because I started in season 2
Yeah,
and I rocked it for, and blue's my favorite color. So I rocked
yeah,
it for, but then I stopped playing with it. But nostalgically, that was my
yeah,
most nostalgic one.
yeah.
But
That I got.
I
I
needed
got.
a USA Cuddle Team Leader, so I made
Yeah,
that trade.
yeah. That would just be hard to get. Yeah, for sure, Kari.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I would say Black Knight Hollow. Black Knight is the card.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the card. Black Knight is the card. So with that, people are gonna want it more. So I
Hmm.
get that. Just in the card community, they're gonna
Hmm.
want the card, even if it's just the hollow versus the cracked ice.
Yeah,
So I get that. I just mean me personally, who doesn't care about that is I'd rather have an elite agent.
Yeah.
Rather have a focus. Now, if we get a little bit down on my favorites, like
Hmm.
I would rather have the Black Knight Hollow than Red Jade Cracked Ice.
Right. Right.
And I'm talking
Right.
about in like a 10.
I do have a hot take in game though.
Oh, what's your hot take?
Shady Zadie, you know the
Hmm.
skin is better
Yeah.
than Minty Aura.
No, no,
Yes, yes,
no.
yes, bro. I told Black Ash this. And,
And
he didn't agree either. But
yeah,
I don't.
no,
Yeah,
there's
now
no
listen.
way.
Yeah,
Guys,
now
when if Minty Aura comes out in series
I'm collecting it
4,
like heck for sure.
I mean, send them my way. I'm gonna have an army.
Thank you, bro. Like it's crazy. Shady Zadie is eons over Meteor. Now regular,
Eons?
yes. Now
No.
regular. Now listen, I feel you.
Our
Regular
friendship just
Zadie.
deteriorated right
Listen,
there.
regular Zadie though has nothing on regular Aura, like nothing. It's not even close. But the new styles of Shady Zadie, especially that purple one, that iridescent, it's not even close.
That purple one, yeah, but Minty Aura is way better. It has the purple, has the glowing eyes.
No, 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 no. That mask, bro. The mask on Zadie is just
Jim,
it's top tier.
let me get one of mine out, and I'll show you.
That
I
is
have all
like,
mine packed up to send to PSA.
yeah,
My Reloaded is ready at PSA, guys.
really.
I haven't paid for it yet though, so I need to do that. Maybe by next, maybe I'll
It's,
get it back by next Friday,
that would
and
be
I'll do my
dope.
PSA reveal for Reloaded cards. I'm a little nervous because it's
Yo,
Reloaded.
see, your eye is about to be tested too. Like, I'm interested to see what you think the Lux got.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more interested to see what my Renegade Raiders got.
No, yeah, that's
Um, because I had more to choose from
yeah.
with my Renegade Raiders than I did Deluxe. But I know you're excited about Deluxe. I hope it does. I hope that does good. But if it
Yeah,
doesn't, we have more to send in.
yeah, that's
All right, I'm going to try to do this.
I
Let's
tell
get
you
rid
one
of.
thing. I tell you one thing. Yeah, put that up. Let's see. Hold on. I got you.
I got it.
You got it.
All right. So if you know what?
Yeah, I was about to say tilt towards the light.
Let me see if we can find it. Once I see it, I'm going to show it. Man, this is hard to see like this.
Yeah, Dale.
All right,
He had that PSA website locked and loaded.
right here. So I think it's on this side, right? You see that line?
Mhm. Let me see.
Kind of hard to see. Let me see.
Oh no, the line is on the other side. It's on the where your index finger is. It's above that by the hip.
It's kind of hard to see it like this.
Yeah.
No, I see it right there. I
It's probably
think.
gonna,
No, it's on the other side.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is where you're looking.
Yep, right there.
So if you just search it on eBay, and you should be able to see it. It's a very light line, as you can tell. It's
It's
hard to
very
find.
faint. Like it's
It's
when
very
you
faint. You
tilt,
can
yeah.
see it. You can see it if you tilt the card in person.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if I can move my light here. You can tell I was not prepared to do this.
Yeah, it's hard to see on camera. I
Wonder if we.
Kari, yeah, it was
Well, I'm not lying to you. I promise.
no, Kari, it was wild out there. I even had to pick my poison when it came to that because Dylan was cleaning up in the beginning when it came to Elite Agent.
So I'm telling you, for when Elite Agent came out and Focus came out, a couple of them I set the price because I was buying them all. I was buying them at 100, 200 a piece because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, what if they don't show up again? But if you look now, there's like hardly any. Like there's like hardly any spark plugs out there. So like I didn't know what to expect in like numbers.
Yeah. Warfighter, they definitely do.
Yeah, the Aura Shine is not gone.
It's definitely gone, JT.
I will have to say, my wife said that I was ruining my reputation everyone thought I liked these cartoon characters. So, I had to pull back a little bit on the Aura Shrine.
But he does like the cartoon characters, by the way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, they almost always have the line for Elite Agent. I don't know if that 10 does.
Yeah,
Did you ever find out?
no,
Yeah, I have no idea if the 10 has it or not. Siren Cracked Ice is
yeah,
a decent card.
yeah. I
Not
like
I'm not a fan of
no.
Siren, but the new one,
It's
I
not touching
that
Shady's 80. Right. That's what you was
yeah,
about to
but I
say.
like I think the new one would, if it comes out,
Yeah,
it would have a different background. Like the Siren card, the red
yeah,
doesn't do anything for me.
right.
Like if Siren was on a different Cracked Ice, I think I'd like it a lot more.
Yeah, because I could tell that you was about to say how like Shady's 80 is better than
No, I
Siren
wasn't gonna say that.
Minty
I wasn't gonna say that.
Aura. Like I could just tell you was, about to say that, but yeah, it's all good.
Do they try hard to hide the line? I thought it was pretty common. Like I buy them regardless. Like I said, it's hard to see. The line doesn't bother me. Does it bother you?
Nah,
Do you
I don't care.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it'd just be nice to get it 10.
the only thing that bothered me is just how they're gonna grade it, but as in like actually the look of the card, it doesn't bother me at all. Like,
Based on how many have hit a 10, they're obviously knocking that off
yeah,
because
yeah.
of that. Which
Then
is weird because I've seen worse stuff come through.
yeah, yo, I swear we gonna get Dick his merman. I promise you, it's Moisey.
I'm keeping an eye out for you, but
We gonna put a hunt up on high ground. We gonna put the hunt up
I
in
mean,
search of.
I actually haven't seen that many. Have you?
I think I've seen one. I think I've seen
I
one,
haven't
and it
been
was
looking.
no, but it was a long time ago. It was like when you remember back when everybody was doing like super big
You know,
lot post. I
you know
think
who
it
you
was
should
back
reach
then.
out to? You should reach out to MC. He might have an extra one he'd sell.
MC, um, yeah, because I don't even know if Matt has one yet. I know Eduardo has one, but it's for a set. Uh, I, I mean, we haven't seen him. I
Yeah,
don't
we haven't
know.
seen him.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't been looking either, but I try to look at I like have my listing saved for USA
Yeah.
shards. By the way, there is a crazy price for a Skull Trooper USA shard. Is it still on eBay?
Oh yeah, I know. What was it? It was 19. Was it 19?
1900.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that was a decent
I
price.
think that's a good price. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I think if put it this way, if the disposable income was right, that's a quick trigger for me. Like I'm
Yeah,
not yeah,
that's
like
kind of how I felt. If I
yeah,
had that
yeah,
disposable income, that
yeah,
was kind of a quick trigger. I wasn't even looking for a Skull Trooper, but
yeah.
like he should technically
Not financial advice, by the way. Yes.
nostalgia wise, he's up there with Black Knight.
He's up there, bro. Like he's legit up there, and it's something that like don't get me wrong. I understand where Philly fans is coming from when it comes to Skull Trooper
Oh,
versus Philly. I get it,
Skull Trooper
but
over Peely all day.
when it comes to me, like I would literally be lying if I said that. Like Skull Trooper is like honestly nostalgic as you can get. It's like
You
a
ask some
certain
difficult questions for me sometimes, but like if you put those two cards up for me to keep, I'm grabbing a Skull Trooper.
yeah, yeah. Like I have to. And I'll even like, like, because like for instance, I think the conversation would have changed if Renegade Raider would have made it into the set, right? If Renegade Raider would have made it into the set, it would not be as cut and dry as we think.
Yeah,
Like,
it'd be for me, Renegade Raider
yeah,
up top.
like,
I think
and
Renegade Raider overtakes Black Knight.
yeah, because I guess the context that I try to give is this. Like when it comes to like Renegade Raider, when it comes to those skins, what it was is that you would wear, like if you had it, you would wear Renegade Raider with the Black Knight black bling, back bling. Like you wasn't wearing Black Knight.
That'd be
You
the
was
ultimate flex.
right. That would be the ultimate flex to take his back bling, wear it with Renegade Raider. So Renegade Raider was more popular. It was just that Black Knight had
He stood for something.
he stood for something. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it was
Like you got to the last level,
you got there. You
you
did it.
got there.
You know what I mean? Like is so I feel that dynamic is interesting, and to those two people that have that prototype, man, you have something on your hands. I couldn't imagine what that card would look like in Crystal Shard, bro. I couldn't imagine it. Like I really couldn't. Like
That would be
that
crazy because they'd do like an orange
bro, that card would be insane, bro.
Actually,
It,
I think the prototype's worthless, but I'll take it off your hands.
there you go.
That's just me. I'll
There
just
you go.
trade you whichever Series 3 card you want.
Yeah,
We'll trade for it.
yeah. And is Scully has costumes in Halloween Halloween costume stores. Yeah, does BK? I think he does, but it is
Yeah, I
not as
think
appealing as a
yeah.
Skull Trooper one.
Yeah, the Skull Trooper like is iconic for that. Um I mean
The
they have a
ape,
lot of
yeah,
fish sticks. Fish
yeah.
sticks is
They
big
have
for the
They have
costumes.
Pilly as well now. I think this is one of the major years that they have Pilly. A Ball's mask is dope. I like Drift. Drift's one is dope. Uh, I
They
see a
did
lot of people always do Bright Bomber.
yeah, Bright Bomb is big. Cuddle
Yeah,
Team Leader.
yeah. Cuddle Team Leader.
I mean
Yeah.
that's just for like cosplay too. Like you'll
Even
see
though I
them
seen
dressed up for
something super creepy when I was doing that video, bro, I was doing research, right? Dude, this Cuddle
what kind of
Team,
research were you doing
this
over there?
this PSA 3 research. No, but no, but seriously, the Cuddle Team Leader mask that somebody made, like the helmet type thing, it was so creepy because it was so bad. It was so badly done that it
hmm
made it 10 times creepier. Like it was just like they
I
did.
mean, giant bears is pretty
Yeah,
creepy.
like it's like, and this was just out of the park weird, bro. Like it was crazy. I don't know.
If you guys haven't, if you're rewatching it, Rob
Black,
made an awesome video for the Halloween skins. So you should go
yeah,
check that out. I think he put a lot of work into that one.
yeah, I did.
The intro
I
is fire.
yeah,
So
that was a lot of creative right there, man. My goodness. There you go, Tux Cards. Black ass chill, bro.
he said, "Hey yo,"
Yo, nah, that's
he said,
crazy.
"It's just fish stick, Dylan. It's not fish sticks."
It's just
I'm
fish
gonna
sticks,
say
yeah.
fish sticks all the time. I don't get it. It just rolls better for me.
Fish sticks. He's talking about all of them all at once.
I mean, they keep dying. It's got to be plural, right?
Yeah,
It's not just
there
one
you
guy.
go. Yo, that we had a couple things that we sent.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can pull up some stuff that you sent me to talk about.
Yeah,
Where?
Jack Gordon is legit. Honestly, too, I wanted to put Hollow Head on there. It was first of all, that list was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Like, but Jack Gordon is the he's a great balanced skin. I think that he had to be on there. Uh Not if I had to do something over though. Arachne, it's a top tier, bro. Arachne's fire, bro. She is fire, and then she has this all white, the Cryptics corrupt skin. I
hmm
think that one is dope as well. But yeah,
I don't
it's
know why I never cared for that one.
yeah, that's a dope skin, honestly. I probably would have. It's hard though, because I mean, we know that Fortnite mirrors in the Halloween season has such major skins, Christmas as well. So I don't know, man. That was a fun one to do though.
So, I mean, you can talk about this, but
Yeah,
this is the Unreal Creator. Is that the
yeah,
right name?
yeah,
So this is the what do you call this thumbnail for it?
yeah. This is the thumbnail. This is this is gonna be me and Dylan talked about this a whole lot. But the fact that it's so close is kind of getting weird because Fortnite's about to legit change. Like that's why we wanted to talk about this. This coming in, what you're gonna be able to do, how you're gonna like it's getting to the point where you're gonna be able to like obviously if y'all don't know, like you animate and stuff like through Blender and things like that. Like you have to
hmm
use third-party sites. Unreal Engine is about to be a different dog. Like you're going to be able to do everything you need inside of Creative 2.0. And when we talk about the multiverse, metaverse, whatever the case you want to say, yeah, it's super close to Fortnite is taking a legit first swing, in my opinion. Like I know that Meta slash Facebook did their little rollout about what was that a year ago now,
hmm
but I think this is the true rollout. Like this is the thing. And me and Dylan was talking before this, and Dylan just said like how a lot of time and energy is going into Creative 2.0, and I couldn't agree more.
Well, before we go on, Warfighter. I mean, I've been saying stuff like this for a while, but mad props.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard,
Mhm.
but you know how I feel about Ghoul Troopers. So
Yeah, I think, and I get where Warfighter's coming at, and I like Dylan said, I don't
it
think
could go. I think it could go any way. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. It
yeah.
won't be easy.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say that Gold Trooper has a lot more room to grow. That's what I'll say. I don't think she's gonna pass Black Knight, but I think she could possibly be. Is she number? Would you say? I mean, we still have to do this, but would you say she's number 3? Is she
So
number?
earlier when you were talking about Renegade Raider,
Mm-hmm.
if Renegade Raider was in there, I don't know if there would be a top card. There'd be like a big three.
A big 3, yeah,
Do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
mm-hmm.
And I think unlike Pokemon, like Pokemon has Charizard the card.
Yeah.
What if Fortnite doesn't have the card? Is
Yeah.
there the card in sports card? The
No, I
Wagner
mean, no, I
maybe?
mean, yeah, I mean, you got the Honus Wagner, you got the Mickey Mantle, you got the 86
It's kind of
Golden
hard for there to
Flare.
be the
Yeah,
card. So
yeah,
like I don't know if Fortnite will ever have the card. Right now we do. But
mm-hmm.
I don't know if that can actually stick. I think there's so many different fan bases that like so many things. It
Mm-hmm.
could propel a number of cards up to that price range.
Yep.
And it's like so I don't know. I think it's a
I
little different than Pokemon.
I agree with that, and I'll add to that as well. I think the class system. I think like so for instance, Black Knight when it comes to OG nostalgia, but then you have stuff like Midas when it comes to storyline. Then you have Pilly when it comes to meme skins. It's
And then you have
classes to it.
Foundation,
Yeah, you
the
got
movies and
foundation. Like
stuff. It's
it's
gonna
so hard that it's just I don't know. It's just gonna be interesting. I think when it comes to list and stuff, I think power rankings is more suitable where it's
it's
just an
like making
adjust.
more sense
Yeah,
with
it's a
power rankings,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
Because
adjustable.
like Crystal was up there, and
Hmm.
Crystal has come down a
Yeah,
lot, and I like the power rankings thing.
yeah,
But to get back on topic, I just had to shout you out for that. I
yeah.
really like what you were saying there. So the Unreal creators coming out eventually.
Hmm.
They're working on it. That's exciting. Um, I did see. So I read this. It's gonna be hard for you to read, but I was reading this Washington Post um article,
Yeah.
and I mean they were talking about a lot of stuff that we are talking about, like Fortnite's actually attacking the metaverse,
Hmm.
like they're teaming up, like they got $1 billion from Legos and
Hmm.
Sony, and they're working hard to do this. But what I really liked was what Loser Fruit said,
Yeah.
because she got her own skin, her own icon skin,
Icon skin. Yep.
and she said she described it as cloning yourself in another universe,
I like
and
that.
it
I like
got me
that too.
thinking
Hmm.
today, and I was like, cloning yourself. What if the icon that's not where they stop? What if they don't stop with just icon series? What
Hmm.
if with Unreal Creator,
Hmm.
eventually we get to the point where we can create our own skins?
Hmm.
Like they're creating a creator economy. What if we can create our own skins and sell our own skins?
Yeah.
What if people can create their own people and that be you?
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
not that far fetched. And like if we're gonna create a metaverse, at some point people want to play as themselves possibly.
Hmm.
So I don't think that icon skins are going to stop
Yeah.
with celebrities. I
Yeah.
think that eventually we're going to have control over our skin more than we do now.
Yeah. And I agree with this 1,000,000%. And to add to that, I know you weren't, we talked about this before, so I know you weren't, what I'm about to say, this wasn't the exact direction you were going, but I'll say that the other possibility as well in there is, I don't know if y'all played 2K before, but 2K, you can scan your face and then, you're in the game, right? I think you can do this in Fortnite on steroids. Like what I mean by that is that now, like if you have a skin, like you know how like let's say Manic, right? You know how you can see the eyes of Manic, but it
Hmm.
still has the mask. That can eventually be your face, or that can like the outfits could be designed by creators or Fortnite, but you're the embodiment in it. So the costume is created. Things like that. Like and then obviously that's like a shallow version of what could really happen, but the possibilities are absolutely insane. It's crazy.
Because once they get to the point, because so here's how the creative economy works for Fortnite right now, right?
Mhm,
Fortnite puts all their time into creating these skins, right?
mhm.
They own the software, they do all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
People design skins and Epic rewards them and then builds those skins for them, right?
yeah,
And then they give them creator codes, and those people go, "Hey, support me by using my creator code."
yeah,
But if they flip the script, right, and they
yeah.
give everyone else the tools, they build it, and then
Mhm.
Epic Games can just take a portion. So,
Yep.
like, you could have your own store and sell your own skins.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Epic Games would get 30%
Mhm,
versus like you getting 5%
mhm.
for them selling them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, they would take a lower cut maybe,
Hmm.
but they do no work for it. They gave you the tools, you do all the work, and they profit. So I could definitely see that happening. I'm not sure it's gonna happen, but like the possibility is there,
I
which is
can.
kind of exciting.
Yeah, you just got my mind running because I can see the world of where the creators and the pro gamers find
Hmm.
that merge where
Yep.
the creators are the brand and then the pro players are wearing that brand of costume of skin like
Hmm.
it's created for them like where it's like the icon series but in a whole different realm like it's being created it's brands behind it it's it's gonna get interesting real quick in my opinion.
I mean, I have no idea how they're gonna do it. I just think the possibility
Yeah.
of them figuring out how to do that, because of course, if they design a skin, it's 9 times out of 10 gonna be better, well built, and better design than anything most people are gonna make,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're, like, really good at using the software.
Mm-hmm.
So, 9 times out of 10, they're still gonna create killer skins that people buy and wear.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna have some of these offshoot ones, if you come off, like, your own custom skin,
Mm-hmm.
that might be pretty crazy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea how it'll work, but, like, it's I mean, you say it's too many international tax issues, but people they do it all the time. Like Roblox,
Yeah.
you can create your own stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can sell it and like sell points for your own games and stuff like that. They do it
Mm-hmm.
on Roblox all the time.
Yeah.
Um and they're already doing patches. So like if you create an island, it's downloadable content,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they limit where you can wear your skin. Maybe you can
Mm-hmm.
only wear the skins you create in creative.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. But I'm just saying just the ideas that could happen are almost limitless.
Yeah, and that not to get off topic, I'll just answer this real quick, Dylan. The reason why the prices are trash is because they're not customized to the way you wear them in game. So the superhero skins are extremely popular, but everybody wears them differently. And the actual cards is just the standard default style that it shows up in the item shop. So that's the reason why it's like that.
Yeah, so when you get a superhero skin, 9 times out of 10, they're wearing this mask over there where you can't even see the hair.
Yeah.
It's like a
Mm-hmm.
skin suit, right?
Yeah.
And you can change the colors and the emblem, and most of the people wear it to be sweaty,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even know if they like how it looks that much.
No, it's like it's
I mean,
tactical.
I don't. It's
Yeah, it's tactical for sure.
yeah, so it's mostly tactical,
Yeah.
but they're super popular.
Mm-hmm.
Their prices are trash right now because most of the people who buy the cards, in my opinion, value the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they jump based off looks, and if you take looks of the superhero skins,
Mm-hmm.
like your first, I'm blanking on the word I was gonna say, but your first assumption is like, "Oh, these are kind of bland skins."
Yeah.
Like, but if you look at, like, Ultimate Knight,
Yeah.
people were paying big bucks for him because he looks sick, right? He's a
Right.
crazy looking skin, even though he's not that popular.
Mhm.
So, just following prices is dangerous in the market,
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's those are the angles that are the most interesting because it's things that people will overlook or the price isn't justified and then it just falls flat. But when you kind of understand more of why things are the way they are, then that's kind of what ends up happening.
I don't know about NFT skins. I don't think that
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
I don't think I think if you create a skin using their stuff, that they're still gonna own it. I
Mhm.
think if you create a mini game, they're probably still gonna own the rights to a lot of this stuff.
Mhm.
If you create a skin, like right now, if you buy a Fortnite skin, like your account, you don't
Mhm.
own your Fortnite account.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want with it. It's
Mhm.
in the rules.
Uh,
That's why you're not allowed to sell your Fortnite account.
so
So
uh
that kind of stuff is that legal stuff is I have no
yeah.
idea. We just have to wait and see what they put out
Yeah.
in terms.
And with Dylan just saying that, so y'all probably don't know, maybe some of y'all do. One of the major content creators in Fortnite, his name is iTalk. He had every single skin in the game besides I believe three. What he did was early on, he knew that he was gonna approach collecting every skin. He did not have Black Knight, Renegade Raider. He didn't have those skins. So he merged an account from a friend. He merged the accounts together. One time he didn't get an item, so he reached out to Epic Games. Like, I didn't receive this item. They looked into his account and they banned his account. So now he no longer has that account. So it goes to what Dylan said, where you don't own anything when it comes to that. Like your account can be taken at any time, it can be shut down at any time. And I mean, he had put in over 50 grand into his account. Like he was legit a skin collector. Like that was his thing, and he lost it. So
So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what they do. I have no idea
yeah,
like how they handle that.
yeah,
But it's just something to think. I mean, the possibilities are crazy, but who knows what's actually going to happen.
yeah,
Here's something that Rob sent me
yeah.
is the
We
Scully scepter,
yeah, we talk about
basically
the
the Star Wand.
yeah, we talked about the Star Wand a couple times. Y'all seen one side of us where me and Dylan was like, we would never use that or we're not buying it. And then y'all
Hmm.
also seen the other side where we almost simultaneously said, you know what? I think I'm gonna fold and buy the Star One, and we
Hmm.
both did within the same week. Now, now this one is coming out, and I like this one a lot more. I think it is a lot. It's a lot more trolly with the style of the face. Is white. I have a lot more skins I can use that for. And the Star One, you don't use the skin to match. Like that's one thing that has to be understood.
I
Like
do.
no,
No one
I
else does.
right. Like you don't use. That's not the reason why it's used. Is it well, first of all, let's go back a little bit.
Yeah,
It originally
you're about to break it down. I
yeah,
already.
so originally the Star Wand had a glitch. It had a
Hmm.
glitch where when it came to when you swung it with the builds, but Fortnite patched it. But the glitch was so major that by time Fortnite patched it in the next update, it was a thing. It was an entity now. So now the Star Wand has a whole nother meaning. And this is the second rendition of it. And I rock with it heavy.
Yeah, I actually like the Star Wand now with rocks because
Yeah.
it matches the colors, but I do like the sound of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's why it was popular because of that glitch. But it's grown on me. But
Yeah.
this one, I don't even know what I'm gonna wear it with, but I'm probably gonna buy this one.
Yeah. That
I
one
don't know
I'm
what I'm gonna wear it with.
yeah. I think I'm gonna wear that with the white style of Lux. Definitely wearing that with that. I'm gonna also gonna wear it with off the top of my head. I don't know. Oh, Skull Ranger. I think that's gonna be dope with Skull Ranger. I like
That's
that a
true.
lot.
I don't
Yeah.
even use Skull Ranger that much, but
Yeah.
that would be a dope one.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll have to see I can't wait to see what other skins they come out with. Oh, did you see the Evil Dead skin?
Yeah.
You know Evil Dead, the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
movie?
I seen that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know
seen it.
how old everyone is, but
I
I
seen the
mean,
loading. I seen the loading screen too. Somebody's in there.
yeah, I love that movie, so I thought it was
Mm,
kind of cool. I'll never wear the skin,
no.
but I mean, the boomstick and everything is pretty
Unfortunately,
cool.
I have to buy the skin though because Lux is in the loading screen. So
And
yeah.
it comes with the loading screen.
Yeah. I'm actually
Um,
yeah.
real quick, so this is kind of what we were talking about.
Hmm.
Tim Sweeney was replying saying Epic is working on Fort. This is him replying, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He was
Yeah.
yeah.
He's saying that they're working on Economy version 2, the creator
Hmm.
economy,
Yep.
and version 3.
3. Right. Mhm. And this is so there Tim Sweeney, if y'all don't know, he's a rigid man. Like he's not like Donald Mustard. Donald Mustard's a lot more interactive, fun. He
Mhm.
is I mean, if you see, he's the sole reason Unreal Engine exists. So just understand that he is very analytical, he's very rigid. He's not like you wouldn't consider him a fun guy. So when he's giving information, it's just
It's
it
just
is
an update.
it's an update. Like it's not he is very unique, and that's why I like reading his tweets when it comes to the game. That is because you could tell the differences, and I think that balance between him and Donald Mustard is like perfect, because and there's a lot more people in between him and Donald Mustard, by the way.
Because you think of him like he's like a techie guy.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
techie guy, and like Donald Mustard is a story person.
He's the creative.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
creative.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, it's a good balance, and I'm sure there's so many people on their team that we don't even know about
Right. That in
that are like
between.
probably
Hmm.
big figures that are important to the story and to the technical side. But based off tweets, you go to Don Mustard for the story and the
Yep.
creative. But if you want to know about like updates that are coming and looking to the future, Tim
Like
Sweeney might be where you want to look.
not put him on this level, but like the way he comes off, it's like it's very Steve Jobs, Jeff
Hmm.
Bezos, like where it's like the conversation gets real deep real quick, and that's kind of what he stands for. So
So I'm big on this. I think this is gonna blow it up. I mean, with whatever movie comes out, and with creative coming out and new games being invented inside of Fortnite, I think this is gonna propel this IP to the next level.
for sure.
Um, I mean, we can start opening it up to some questions, unless you had anything else that you sent me that I missed. I don't think we can talk about the comics. What everyone thought of the comics, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could touch on that. Me and Dylan had a little conversation before this, just because we had our conversation was based off of a post, but we won't go into that because it's a lot of stuff in there that's just heavy opinion. So with that being said, Zero War was very it was good. It was good. It wasn't 0 point. I will say that. It was not 0 point, but it fit a certain mode. I mean, we got introduced to Geno. The sisters were introduced. It seems so long ago. I kind of forgot that the sisters were introduced in the first issues. And now at the same time, Imagine could possibly be dead, which I would not like. I am ready. We'll kind of summarize what we were talking about before this, but I am ready for Fortnite solo content for sure. I don't think it has to be pure solo, but I that's what I'm personally ready for. I am patient in that aspect, but uh if I gave my full opinion on it, I'm I'm a little bit over the Marvel DC aspect. I'm interested in it every single time, but I am ready for some Fortnite solo content if I'm being honest.
I mean, I'm in that ship too. Like, I
Mhm.
like Fortnite. I'm not a huge Marvel person. I've seen
Mhm.
like some of the Avengers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it was needed. I think it was perfectly executed. I get strategically why they've gone down that route.
Mhm.
They're trying to establish themselves with an older market. How better do that with Marvel? But yeah, I'm excited for some pure Fortnite characters.
Yeah.
Will we get that? I don't know, because
I don't
the
know.
whole point
Yeah.
of the 0 point is
Yeah,
that
I
it
get that.
connects
Yeah.
all these different worlds.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I see, okay, what I mean and what I'll say with this is I don't want them to stop, but I do
mhm.
want them to have a title going at the same time.
Like,
You
we want a backstory title. Let's say,
Yes,
like, let's
yes.
get just about that person's world,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Maybe it's not even connected to the Fortnite island.
yeah,
Maybe it's just Cuddle Team Leader in her own island, and at the end of the movie or at the end of the comic series, she gets zapped into the
yeah,
island, and
yeah.
it's like, I don't know, 30 years ago.
Yeah, so for instance, like I have no problem. Let's just use this one that already happened. I have no problem with 0 point happening and Last Reality happening at the same time. You know,
Mhm.
you go to your comic store, you're picking up 0 point quote, and you're picking up the Last Reality, or you're picking up the Fox Clan, or you're picking up Ghost versus Eagle. That
Yeah.
I have no problem. I don't want them to stop with Marvel and DC. I would just like them to
Add
bring,
some.
yeah, yeah, just add some to it.
I
And
couldn't agree more on that.
yeah,
That'd be exciting.
and
Um
then yeah, let's see. David, that's what it seems like. That'll be a big mistake because I like them a lot.
I mean, but they do that. Coro goes through and they make all these different things, right?
Mhm.
And so I don't know if it's like a full on ongoing thing, like actual Fortnite cards. Um, but I mean, I enjoy my Coro stickers. I'm
Yeah.
keeping those.
Um,
Um, are Fortnite comic books worth grading? I mean, it depends on the book. Like, I think comics are worth grading if you like graded comics.
mhm,
Money wise, I think you need to make sure you're picking issues that have the most importance
mhm.
and are the most rare.
Yeah, and I think I will say this without like let's just put the price um at $50. Let's say an average Fortnite comic book CGC 9.8, right,
Mhm.
is $54, $60, 70. Possibly look into just grabbing that and saving the hassle and keeping raw copies. But if you feel that it's like if you're in a place, because I believe if it's hard for you to get that, or if it's like too cost efficient when it comes to like shipping and stuff, then yeah, it's worth sending in your copies for just the overhead price, and getting
I
them
mean,
back a
because
couple months later.
some of them, it's pretty easy to get 9.8, I feel like, most of the
Right,
time.
right,
So, like, if you go and you find a really good copy for like $5 and you want to send in and you want to do all the work for it, yeah,
yeah,
it's like $25, you know? I don't
yeah,
know what shipping is,
yeah,
but at the same time, is it worth it, like, monetary wise? I have no idea in the
r-
future.
right,
I think the Foundation Don Mustard one, that's my favorite pick.
yep, yep,
Because I think there's only like 3,000 made.
Mhm.
maybe 5,000 at
Mhm.
most, maybe. Um, I like that one a lot. That's
Yeah.
one I'm grading. I like to have one of each because I like to display it in different ways.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I don't know about
I
price
w
wise though.
Yeah, and I wanna go to Warfighters, but I'm gonna go to gyms first. I agree with this gym. Just like Series 2 Optichrome, I think lasers are absolutely amazing. Especially with it being first. Like skins, like I've said it multiple times, like Aura's first laser. I think that's extremely dope. That intrigues me a lot.
Hmm.
So things like that, like I did mine's backwards, which in hindsight is cool, whatever. But I grabbed Aura's laser first because I'm like, okay, she has her cracked ice, and then I got her cracked ice later. But yeah, the first at bat, especially with a skin, I think I like lasers for that a lot.
Yeah, Thomas was asking that too.
Yeah.
Sorry, we missed you, Thomas.
Uh Warfighter, I actually agree with this. And I don't agree with it as in me. I agree with this as in the masses. We've talked about this.
Hmm.
The the masses, we actually just talked about this. Me and Dylan, we had a conversation. We were talking about this in a broader scale, but frustration is real right now. Like we would be lying if we said it wasn't. Like it's real. And I guess Dylan's point, he can give his own opinion, but for what I got when we were talking, Dylan's point is that it's just a misunderstanding of how this happens, right? How this process happens when it comes to anything, when it comes to competitive, when it comes to the storyline. But the frustration is real. I think Fortnite is listening, but I think things take time. But I have noticed a lot of frustration.
And I mean, I get the frustration, but at the same time, Fortnite is a game, right? And people are like, "Gosh, you've only put out 3 different series of comics,
Oh
and you
yeah.
haven't put out a movie yet." It's a game,
Yeah.
right? And they do a lot. This is the only game that puts out this many updates, right?
Mhm.
It's like one of the only games. There's other games that do in comics, right? But
Yeah.
like it's like one of the few that's doing its own comics and is selling in the top 10
Mhm.
out of all the comics in the industry.
Yeah.
Like, the other gaming comics aren't touching that, right?
Yeah.
The only and it's doing cards, it's doing so many different things, and it's a game.
Yeah.
So, I think we have to give them time to work out, and they've done everything really, really well.
Yeah.
Like, the cards outselling
Mhm.
most stuff, right?
Yeah.
Most other cards besides, like, stuff that's been established for a long time. The comics are outselling things. So, if we
Yeah.
want the movie and the shows to hit with quality,
Mhm.
then we have to give them time to take the steps to do it right.
Now, and I agree with that. And I did watch the Overwatch animation for the series. Extremely dope, by the way.
I haven't seen
Also,
Overwatch or Arcane.
no, Overwatch. Overwatch just released one.
I
You
haven't
can see
seen
it
those
on
ones.
YouTube. And also I was watching some, yeah, I go down YouTube holes, rabbit holes, yeah. I'm a big YouTuber, not like this, but you get what I mean, like watching stuff. But I was watching stuff on Mass Effect, the game, and their
Mhm.
and their storyline. And I think the thing is, I said this to Dylan before we got on, is I think the Fortnite community is begging for Fortnite to trust the community when it comes to the lore, not anything else, not competitive or the battle royale or creative. The lore side is like, trust us. We will support this in our way. But at the same time, I think I understand where Fortnite's coming from is like, y'all never happy. Soon as we do this, y'all get mad at this side, A, B, and C. But I think they're calling for Fortnite to trust them when it comes to the lore side, and I feel them on that. But I do see both sides when it comes to the big picture.
I mean, and we don't know. They keep everything under wraps, right?
Right.
So they could have a whole series already planned. They could already be in the works. They could already be recorded. I mean,
Yeah.
The Rock even said he's working on a movie
Hmm.
for a huge video game.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, and that was over a year ago now, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, obviously they're working on stuff and they have to. I mean, The Rock's a busy guy, so if he's in
Hmm.
the movie, he just did the Black Adam.
Hmm.
It's like their hands are tied on some stuff. So I'm not too worried about any of it, to
Yours
be
is
honest.
more what the overall arching thing is. Yours is patience. Yours
Yeah,
is yours
patient.
is yours is patience, and I agree with that. Um, I also agree with the lack of understanding. I think people only understand what they know, and if they haven't experienced what it takes when it comes to the cinematic side,
Mhm.
when it comes to coming out with these things, when it comes to having like people got mad because singularity isn't paradigm. This
Yep.
if they do what they want them to do, that's going to happen a lot when it comes to chapter one's storyline because it's a lot that they were just throwing things at the wall and some things worked and some things didn't and they may have seen more potential for a character and those things happen, but they have to give Fortnite the community has to give Fortnite grace in that area and I
Yeah,
don't think
and
they want to.
people are complaining before they even know the story yet, though. So it's
Exactly.
like, and
Exactly.
no, I don't think Disney's making the movie. Um, I think they've actually hired two executives
Mhm.
from Disney,
Yeah.
from the Star Wars,
Mhm.
the people who the executives making the Star Wars and stuff. They hired two of those for their entertainment division that they're building,
Mhm.
and so I think they're bringing everything in house
Yeah.
and trying
For
to
sure.
build that division. So no,
Yeah.
I don't think Disney is making their movies. Um, because I think they want to do lots of different series and movies. I think they're going to compete against Disney. They're going to compete against Netflix.
Yeah.
So they need to
Yeah.
build that out themselves.
Because I mean, even we've talked about it before. I can see the world where you know how the lore fans are saying stuff like, "I haven't played the game in X amount of months. I've just been following the storyline." That's going to be on a whole nother level within the next 4 or 5 years. People are literally going to be just watching the series, watching the movies. They haven't played the game in a while, and then it's going to be the other side where people haven't seen Battle Royale in a whole year because they've been in creative. So
Hmm.
things are happening. I think we have so much expectation for Fortnite, including myself, that the frustration does come along sometimes. Like I don't if I had to give uh critique, I would say there's not enough trailers within a season. I think there should
Hmm.
be a mid-season trailer. I think more than anything, like depending on doing challenges and stuff, it gets redundant. Like nobody does that besides the people that do it, if you understand what I'm saying by that. Um so those are things that I would like to see.
Um, I don't know what you mean by rumored Sony were behind the Fortnite movie. Sony is heavily
Invested, yeah,
invested
heavily.
in Epic Games. So when you say behind, I mean they're trying to get a piece of the pie. Sony and Legos both individually put in $1 billion
By the way, it's a Lego
recently.
set. It's a Lego set coming out too. I forgot that news.
Yeah,
But yeah,
so to help build the metaverse,
yeah,
both Legos and Sony put in 1 billion.
yeah,
So and Sony's been putting in like they put in like 2 or 300 million twice now.
yeah,
Um, so they're not just behind the movie. Epic Games is behind the movie. It's gonna be the Unreal Engine. It's gonna be the actors. It's gonna be the story.
yeah,
Whether they partner with the top people to do it, I think is a given. Just like
yeah.
they partnered with Marvel, and look how well the Marvel movies have done.
Mhm, mhm.
So I mean, I expect big things, to be honest. Now, is it going to be rated? I'd look at whatever the Marvel movies were rated. I think they're
Mhm.
going that direction.
Yeah,
I think we can expect probably PG-13.
yeah. I
Is
think
probably
it
what I expect.
because I mean Fortnite is teen anyway. Like the actual
Hmm.
game is teen, so it's definitely going to be PG-13. But we've said it before. They're flirting with certain scenarios and situations, seeing the responses, and kind of you could tell they're like, okay, this is how this was responded to. Imagine the Wolverine together. This is how these are things that they're throwing out there just to understand exactly how this is going to play out. We are a part of the development of the next wave of an IP. Like we can't stress that enough. Like this, we're in the midst of a major
Hmm.
IP happening, and Fortnite's already a major IP. So it's
Yeah.
just crazy to think about.
Fortnite's IP is going to be in the long run. So, like, people keep bringing this up. Like, oh, the movie's not going to affect the card market. And that's
Yeah,
kind of like, that's like being blind. That's like saying, he can't even come up with a good analogy for that, but like everything affects everything.
yeah.
So what's going to affect the card market is building fans,
Mm-hmm.
and storytelling is what builds fans. That's
Mm-hmm.
why Star Wars is one of the biggest IPs, is because of the story, because of the movies, right?
Yep.
Same thing with Disney. It's
Yep.
storytelling that builds fans, and that's what makes things collectible. So maybe when the movie drops, cards are not going to shoot up,
Mm-hmm.
right? But in 5 years, 10 years, when people want to collect some stuff that's nostalgic to them,
Mm-hmm.
those cards are going to be super old, super rare, and people are going to want them. So the
Yeah.
movies are going to help by deepening that brand,
Yep.
right? So that's what's going to actually benefit it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's more of a long term thinking. Same thing with the comics. The comics are a long play.
Mhm.
The comics are something
Super
that
long play.
yeah,
Yeah.
comics are something that jump up in price when the movie drops.
Mhm.
But, like, for Marvel, that's because the reason why that is because those comics came out so long ago, right? So then I'd say when the movie drops, everyone rushes to buy that comic, you know?
Mhm.
Um,
And
so we
and
have to wait on some of this stuff.
yeah, to add to that, that's a good point because what it is that people we said this before, they know what's gonna based off the comics. When a movie comes out and they see a trailer, they know what's gonna happen based off of the comics. So
Mhm.
that's where the speculation comes in at. It's like, okay, this person is next in line to be X person, X superhero, the next character. We can't do that with Fortnite. We have no idea we have no idea what's gonna happen. So and I like what Inglourious said, like, it took Pokemon 20 years and
And
exactly.
I wanna say it took Pokemon that long, right? Because how old were we? I was, like I wanna say I was, like, 7 and 8
Yeah.
when I was into Pokemon, right?
Mhm.
20 years is about 27.
Mhm.
When Fortnite came out, most of the gamers were 13, 14.
13, 14, yeah.
Right? So that's
Mhm.
2017. So you want them to get to 27 to 30. That's 10
Yeah.
years from then, right? So 2027
Mhm.
is kind of what I expect for things to start popping off in the
Yeah.
collectibles.
Yeah. For
That's
sure.
my estimate anyway. I don't think it's
And
going to be 20 years because we started older than the Pokemon
mhm.
generation started.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Uh Xander, once again, we appreciate you, man. I don't know how you doing at 4:15 a.m. My goodness. Your boy, what's up? Uh yeah, this is but I think the thing that is very interesting as well is like there's so many things happening at once. It's so hard to explain. Like I feel like I say it a lot, like where people are like, so for instance, people are frustrated competitively. They're frustrated battle pass wise, like battle royale wise.
Hmm.
The only one that really doesn't get any is creative. Creative is usually fairly solid, like when it comes to their community. But either way, it's so many different avenues that Fortnite is approaching at once that I don't even know how they do it. Honestly, I just have no idea how they do it. So I definitely give them credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, creative is fun.
Yeah.
I think I get stuck in creative a lot of the time.
Hmm.
But, like, that's what's great about Fortnite, you can just jump on there and
Right.
chill and talk like, all we do when I play with my friends is
Yeah.
we j staying creative, and we just mess around killing each other, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a fun time, and there's not many games that I can play
Right.
that much, and it's not really about the game, it's about how well Fortnite has connected everybody.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter if it's gonna be creative, it doesn't matter if it's gonna be battle royale, just the fact that they include all games, PC, Nintendo Switch, you can play with anybody from anywhere,
Hmm.
you know, I mean but then again, I'm a
Yeah.
fanboy, I guess, so
Yeah.
it's kinda hard. It's kinda hard for me to be
Yeah.
negative about it.
Yeah. For sure. For sure, dude. And then Warfighter said this, and I do, this. I haven't been in this place. This is the first week that I felt like this, and maybe it's just because of an excitement. I don't feel they're taking too long, but I do feel they're taking too long. And it sounds
Well, see,
stupid.
but you guys
Like
there's nothing like Fortnite, okay? I get what you're saying. They moved into shows and movies because they had to.
like this.
This is
Well,
the most interesting storytelling ever
it is.
because
Yeah.
it's not about the characters. Donald Mustard wrote this in one of our podcasts a while back. I sent you guys
Mhm.
the article, and he explained the story of Fortnite. It's not about the characters. There is no main character.
Yeah.
Each character is experiencing the world in real time. We are experiencing the Fortnite
Right.
story in real time. Forget Pokemon. Pokemon couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Pokemon has like they're exploring new continents every year. 20 years
Hmm.
later, come on, that makes no sense. But
See.
Fortnite, the island is changing with the players. That has never
Yeah.
happened. The story is happening as we play
Yeah.
throughout the years. So
See.
yeah, we don't need movies. We
Yeah.
want movies. Pokemon needed movies and stuff for it to get to that big.
Yeah.
I think
And
the potential is completely different in my opinion.
yeah, but I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is that within a time frame. it does is getting to the point where it does have to be more because we do know so much now. So we
Mhm.
know so much now that
I
the
mean, I'm
like
ready. I
like
get it. I'm
yeah,
ready.
that's so like I
It's
like
coming, but
if I had to be critical of something of that, I will say that like the fact that we get the beginning of the season trailer, then we'll get an end event or we won't get an end event. That's too little for me in that context. I'm not saying like like movie and stuff that takes time.
mhm.
There has to be more context within used in trailers. 2 minutes, I think one or two in a season will really help because I do feel that frustration is like it's really like getting to the point where it's like, okay, we have to find out more, not even in an anxious way. It's just that we can't move on to a different story
So people
until
want more of a story related game, kind of like a
yeah,
story mode.
yes, yeah,
And the thing with Fortnite is they update it like so constantly with stuff.
hmm
So now we're expecting the world, right? And I get
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
get it. So they're going to need to, in order for them to do that, they need to get 3, 4 seasons ahead to be able to plan for that kind of story
yeah, and
and all those design interactions and stuff. I mean, I get it. It's going to be
but
hard for them to
they're
do, but if
and
anybody can, they can.
And if you think about it, they're realistically already 3 or 4 seasons ahead now. That's where they're not,
And yet they would
and
have to be, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like, and I think because I definitely get what you're saying, but I like, for instance, when if you think about a trailer, right, you can do 15 minutes worth of a trailer and it be three-part within a season. So you get the first 3 minutes here, you get 3 minutes here, or even 3 minutes at the end, and then you get the cinematic. I just think that not giving too much, but just giving a little bit more. I do feel like it's a little too minute at the moment, but I do also feel at the same time that Fortnite is about to have a major surge, whether it comes to Creative 2.0, whether it comes to World Cup and everything like that. So I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah, and I just saw Frankie was saying that the majority of the card collecting community isn't aware of Fortnite cards. I think a lot of people have seen them and they think it's funny. Like we had a comment
two
recently.
comments, two
We had 2
comments.
comments recently on our last video. Some guy says like, this guy actually graded Fortnite
Yeah,
characters, and
yeah,
we were laughing because we've been waiting for stuff like this. At least
yeah,
I have.
hmm
It's like I can't wait for people to start shitting on it, right?
yeah,
Because it's
yeah,
like they see this stuff and they're just gonna shrug it off.
yeah,
And that means we're in like for me as a collector, like this is when I want to go hard. When
hmm
people aren't paying attention, when they see it and they're just immediately shrugging it off,
yeah,
that's when the opportunity is. If you wait till everybody's on board, then
yeah,
you've already missed the boat.
yeah.
So I like this kind of stuff.
Like, and then like the comments on the shorts, those are always like, it cracks me up when I get like I've got comments like that before, but like the if I'm being honest, like the competitive side of me, the real Rob side of me is like, bro, like you know, like this is I can collect Fortnite and the way I am as a person, like what I am, like it's like if we seen face to face me collecting Fortnite and who that person is, it's a major difference. And it's like you're corny as a person, but you
Hmm.
think the game is corny. And that's usually what it is. It's like it's these people that
They
they can't be themselves. You know what
they
I mean?
also don't understand Fortnite.
Right. For sure.
The people who are saying this don't understand Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like those people, like I see people like, what are they gonna make like I saw an article and like as a reporter, I was stunned, right? But this person was going off talking about how the heck are they gonna make a Fortnite movie? What, you're just
Yeah.
gonna run around killing each other for like 2 hours on an island and
Yeah.
keep like respawning?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, they've literally made this is after the comics came out.
Yeah.
They've made comics with story,
Yeah.
right? It's like you're not doing it right. And so the mass media do not know that there's a story.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy.
Dill, I definitely do, Dill. I won't even cap on that. I definitely do.
Warfighter was saying like he needs something he can watch.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to watch YouTube. People who made stuff on YouTube. I don't watch that stuff either. I can't watch that. Um, like the people of them making characters and like doing their
Uh,
own
I
story.
will say it's this one guy that does trailers, bro.
Oh, the trailers, yeah.
Yeah, he killed the camper, the one that camper rusher
Hmm.
always. He kills them. I don't know how he
But
does
there's
it.
like no
But
talking. There's no
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
so. But like I get what he's saying here,
mhm,
and I'm the same because what I want to see is a renegade raider who
yeah,
goes through thousands of battles on the island and then returns home as like a solidified warrior with all these memories and just starts kicking ass wherever she
Yeah,
goes. Like I want to see some of that crap.
yeah, yeah. That Tux, yes, I like that short a lot. I definitely did. I seen that. Did you see it? Tux card short.
I don't know if I saw it. I was
Yeah, it
When
was a
did it
good
come
one.
out?
I seen it. I seen it a couple days ago, I believe.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've been a little away from
yeah,
the
yeah.
internet recently.
And Dill, when it comes to my response on comments like that, I have to be because I can be pretty harsh. So I have to do it. Is like if I don't, it's no taking. Well, it is a taking back by deleting a comment, but I'm never deleting a comment. So it's no coming back if I respond
Well,
that way.
I saw the comment and I was gonna go and respond, and
Yeah,
I was gonna say the same. I saw, oh, you already responded exactly what
yeah.
I was gonna say.
Like
So,
I'll keep it light for you.
um, when anything gets a lot of hate, I mean that's good. Like it's
That's
like
yep,
it's
yep.
getting attention. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? As long as it's not getting shrugged off, and it's like if it gets hate, that's fine.
Yeah, like for instance, I told Dylan that Cypher PK hosted a tournament with uh NBA players. Who was it? It was Jamal Murray, Gary Payton, Junior. It was a couple other ones. Oh, and Kyle Kuzma. Like it was a competition, and the comments just cracked me up. Like, bro, like y'all trying to bash like top tier athletes for playing a game that they legit play. Like, and it's something that is gonna take forever to get over. But when it clicks in people's head, we're gonna be 15 years into this, and it's gonna just
Hmm.
be like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
They're gonna
it's
miss the
just,
boat.
yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but
At this
it
point,
is what it is.
you kind of like for me, it's easy because like I like my collection,
Yeah.
so I can collect it without worry.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I'm just gonna keep that mindset as long as I can.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, Hitbox, chick skin dominance theory, validity, please. Shows me how that dudes pass up on ruin to play as aura. Um,
Um, I'll take it first. Uh,
okay.
I'll say this: a validity, as in, I'll say, community agreement. I'll say that it is a thing because, like for instance, let's just use somebody like Cuddle Team Leader. It literally takes your field of view away when you aim down sight. Like when you aim down sight, it's literally taking a chunk of your sight away. So people go for a skin that they feel better in viewpoint, and it usually ends up being the female skins. Now, Ruin is a very creative skin, as well as Ice King and Ultimate Knight. But truthfully, even if somebody wants to wear it, like I talk about Deadfire. I tried to wear Deadfire. I immediately took them off after one game. I just can't do it. It may be psychological at this point, but it's just certain skins that you just end up not playing with depending on how you play the game. Now, I will say casual fans and casual gamers, they wear those skins all the time. You'll see a Ice King, you'll see a Ruin, you'll even see what's that chiclet skin? The
Oh, the chicken.
Yeah, you'll see that. Like it just depends on what lobbies you're in. But I will say the new Midas skin, the anime one, I will rock that. I'll probably rock that fairly,
And
not a lot, but it'll be in rotation.
I don't know. I mean, as me personally, I always like wearing chicks in games for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just
It's like
have.
a the way I say is like I think of it the way in the 90s the way Tomb Raider was. Like Tomb Raider was that, or like a Kill Bill that kind of
Hmm.
transcended into Fortnite, if that makes sense. Like it's just it's a world where they just rule, bro. I don't know what to say. Like it's hard to explain sometimes.
I mean, just like playing as like Ruin as like a fiery monster with a gun really isn't that cool. Now,
Yeah,
like playing as like John Wick, I
yeah,
get that. That makes more sense to me. Seems more cooler. But Renegade Raider, like playing with these, I think the chicks are just badass in
yeah.
Fortnite. You know?
Like, and it's like, and I think a lot of times you wear stuff that resonate with you as a person. It literally happens unconsciously that you wear skins that resonate with you as a person, or what you like. Even like like for instance, Grind, the Jordan skin. I think that skin is dope. He has Air Jordan ones on, the ones that had the Cool Gray 11s, Ruby, or the male skin. I think the male skin with the Cool Gray 11s on, I think that's one of the best male skins, honestly. The one with the hoodie and the mask.
Hmm.
Like, and then Virgin series too. I have male skins that I do like. I just don't wear them as often, if
Like I
ever, at
wear
this point.
Chaos Agent sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wear Midas. I guess.
Hmm.
Try and think of some other ones. When I like to show off, I'll wear my Blue Squire.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I have my main chicks I wear.
Yeah, like and it's like, it's I don't know, like I think I try to think of like I would back probably 2 years ago, I would probably rotate wild card a lot. I liked wearing wild card a whole lot.
Oh
That
yeah,
was one of my
I wear
favorite.
wild card. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's just one of those skins where I consistently have to. It's certain skins that I just have to rotate, and Lux is usually the main one.
And it hasn't. And as far as theory validity, like it doesn't really matter. It's the market.
Yeah, that's
You
what
kind
it.
of have to pay attention to the market
Mm-hmm.
and what's the facts. Like I'm not saying we're not saying this because we believe this or because we like this. It's just what you see. It's just what we
Mm-hmm.
know. So it's just
It was
more of like just follow. It's trying to
because
explain why is kind of
yeah, because
pointless.
let's be real, the hitboxes is probably it's I think it's psychological more than anything. The
It is.
hitboxes
It's
is
100%
yeah,
the same.
and because what happened was like you think about around series 4, I mean season 4 of chapter 1, the skins got bigger. Like
Hmm.
you got bigger skins. You had the Leviathans, I think, which was season 3, I think. I can't remember, but whatever. But you had bigger helmets, you had things like that in season 3. And then you started getting these certain skins. Like it was just it the soccer skin was it, bro. Like when the soccer skin came out, the soccer skins came out, the whole thing shifted. It was like,
Hmm.
okay, I may not wear the soccer skins anymore, but I need a skin that feels like that. And those are the skins that's kind of worn now. So we can, like Dylan said, we can only give you the psychology behind it. We can't tell you that it's like it's a fact that it is a thing, but it doesn't mean that it's like actual.
Someone asked, Thomas asked, Series 2, Fortnite done printing. When is it? Yeah, Series 2 is done
Yeah,
printing.
series 2 is done.
So for like Panini, they do them in years,
Hmm.
right? So this is 20 right now. Series 3 is 2021. It actually was supposed to come out last year, but it kept getting pushed back. So it came out in 2022, but
Yep.
it's the 2021 set. So
Hmm.
they printed them all, and it's the 2021 set.
Yeah.
So the 2022 set, if they make one,
Hmm.
because we don't know what's going on with Panini, we don't have any inside stuff. But because the last one was delayed, I expect this one to be delayed
Yeah.
if they do one.
Yeah.
And I would assume March or April
Yep.
of next year, 2023.
Yep. I
That's
think
that's
I
that's
would
what I
hope
would guess.
so. I would hope so. Over.
Oh, go ahead. You can pick one.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say is I'm glad that he brought up Omega and Carbide because here's the thing. I do wear. I couldn't think of it until this. I wear Omega, but I wear Omega without his body armor. So
Hmm.
that's one that once again that has nothing to do with the female aspect. The Omega without his body armor is legit sweaty. Like it not so much the skin is sweaty in the masses, but it has the right things for it to it's slimmer, is more you got more view of sight. So yeah, that's one that I like. I think that's one that you can really compare to.
I wanted to bring this up. I mean, people complain about about the Fortnite cards and say they're for kids, but grown ass men collect like weird ass animals in Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I like Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool, but they're weird ass little animals, and
Yeah.
grown men collect it. So I don't know why collecting humans or characters that are similar to Marvel characters is weird.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I think it's silly.
I wouldn't in whether it's sports market or anything. n- Nobody's gonna say anything to anybody's face when it comes to that stuff. So I mean that's where that goes. And that like if you were at a card convention, if you were at an expo, if you were at any of those things and you showed your Fortnite cards, nobody's gonna say that. They'll make a little snide joke, but they're not gonna come with that energy. So
I can't
yeah.
with some of these comments in here, man. You guys are so crazy. Let me see.
Sounds like this.
I
God,
can't
man.
post them.
No.
I can't.
Oh man.
I think that that's kind of what they do. Like before they produce them, they do a really big print. But I don't know. I don't. Someone might have more details than I do on that.
Yeah.
Um, but they like Panini has so many different products. They can't just keep printing Fortnite
Right.
and put them out.
Right.
And also, what stores are going to pick them up again?
Yeah.
They have to get them out to the stores. Like after a while, it's old product, right? So like
Yeah.
GameStop has stuff on clearance now.
Mhm.
It'd be silly to think that Panini's still printing out Fortnite trying to sell it to these stores.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. I literally, and the thing is, Jim, that's been that way for like at bare minimum, it's been that way for 2 years, which means that age is actually a little bit, it's becoming a little bit higher. Like those, it's, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm on YouTube a lot. I've seen a lot more content creators that's not even in our age group, they're in the next one. You know what I mean? Like
mhm.
this is, what is it, 35 to 44? Is that the next one? Or is it, I think so. It's something like that. Whatever that next
I
age.
think it's
Yeah,
35.
I think that next age group, there's people that's playing that way. And it's the thing that people don't understand is Fortnite, once again, psychologically, it's a very colorful game. So you can play it in certain situations that, like when you play, like if y'all play Call of Duty, when you play Call of Duty at to 3 a.m. at night, you feel like you go to sleep and you feel something like it's a darker game. Fortnite has a lighter feel to it, so people really resonate with that when it comes to if they're getting off work and they just want to play for an hour, 2 hours. They may start to have playing off with their kids or their grandkids, and next thing you know, they're a gamer. That's kind of how it happened with me.
I want to say that yes, Pokemon does print, but they print those, like, those things aren't based on like year. Pokemon overprints so much, right?
I don't know anything about it to that
Yeah, they
context,
print
so.
so much. It's different than Panini. Panini prints like is a there's like do like sports cards and stuff. The way Pokemon does is very different because that's a playable game.
Hmm.
Fortnite's not a playable game. They're more on the collector side, and Pokemon and Magic the Gathering print for the game aspect too. It's
Yeah,
not just the collector, there's a game aspect too. So it's hard to compare the printing
yeah.
of those two.
And I forgot who said it. Somebody said it earlier, but that which to what you just said as well. Like they see the skin on the card and they're saying it's just a character on a card. There's so much to that character on the card, and
Mhm.
it's like that's the everybody in the card markets and they all these people in sports. They're saying do your research. Don't just buy rookie prospects. A, B, and C. It's the same thing with Fortnite. You can buy skins that you just like, but if you're going into the nuance of it, you have to do your research. It's a lot that goes
Mhm.
into it.
What do you consider the best sealed wax for opening currently? Not just a hole, but like in terms of like return on investment.
Series 3 mega box.
Series 3 mega box.
Yeah, all day. Now, I
See,
will
I was
say,
about to say that because they're at retail price, right?
mhm,
They're at retail price. But Series 2
yeah,
Series 2 megas, I'm sorry, like someone said Italy. Unless it's Series 1 Italy, I don't really agree. I don't really care for Series 2 or Series 3 Italy.
mhm,
I just like the difference. And I think Series 1 Italy has a very different shard than the rest.
mhm,
That's what's enticing to me. But Series 2 USA boxes, I
mhm,
mean, if we think they're as rare as Series 1.
yeah,
And if that's the case, and that's the way it looks, them being at what, 200, 150 to 200,
yeah,
that's a pretty damn good buy, 'cause tell me you wouldn't buy Series 1 at 150
yeah,
bucks.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, granted, you have to have the cards you want. For me, if there was if some of the Series 3 skins were in Series 2, I'd be all over it.
yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I want Aura and Hush,
Hmm.
um, maybe Zadie,
Well,
Chaos Agent.
the thing that like you brought up, the thing that's great is that Series Two's great cards has broadened because
Mhm.
of the storyline and
Story.
just in general. Like it's broadened. So I mean, it's a lot more to go after compared to when we first was looking at Series Two. It looked a lot
So,
different.
Aura sold for $3,600,
Yeah,
right? So, Mega Box is 200.
yeah,
Midas sells for about 1,500 in a 10,
mm-hmm,
and Mega Boxes are about 40,
mm-hmm,
right? But there's 100 already graded Midases, and I think Aura is still under 30.
yep.
So, I don't know. I think Series 2 boxes may be the
It,
better buy.
it really is like if you can get the proper hits in there, by ripping like just based off of what
Mhm.
it, I
Now,
mean,
he's saying he's
it's
saying
undervalued.
ROI. So the question is,
You can get
most
a
of this
lot of duds in there too.
most of the Series 3 though are selling for like 20 bucks, 10 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
You can just buy the singles,
Right.
right? So but for Series 2, Aura, Hush, trying to think. You're only getting one of those cards. Chaos Agent,
Ice King.
Ice King. I'm just trying to think, like, because Ice King's over 100, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
If the card is
Mhm.
over $100,
Mhm.
if there's a lot of cards over $100, it's worth just ripping the box to get 2 cards,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, and I think, I mean, we have Singularity, we have Paradigm. You guys like Ruin, Zadie.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of cards over $100. I think
Yeah.
Series 2 megas are probably it,
Yeah. My
especially if you
dad
get an
said
aura.
my dad said Genesis is watching, which is my daughter. She's with her grandparents. There you go. Shout out to her.
Let's go. Let's go. Start her early. You got to start
Right.
her early.
You
Early.
know, got to get her a llama.
I agree that Series 2 is not as Series 1, but it's damn close.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Go look at the pop report. There's no way it's not close. I mean,
and even
Series 1s took years to sell out.
mhm,
It was not an instant success.
mhm.
So to assume that Panini doubled the print is kind of not likely, right?
But well, now even go with let's say they did double the print. That's still super low.
Yeah, that's still
That
close,
that's still
right?
yeah. Yeah.
Now, with Series 3 sold out instantly, and Panini made it a big deal. So
Yeah.
Series 4, I guarantee you, if they do it, it'll be a bigger print run.
How do you feel about that? Where are you at now with it when it comes to series 4? Do you feel like do you feel more optimistic or are you a little bit uh pessimistic when it comes to it?
I'm trying to remember if we had any news by
I was
October.
trying to think of that too. I can't remember.
I can't remember if we had any news by October. Um,
I feel a little weird about it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. And it's like I think it's gonna happen. I hope it does. But if somebody knows when was the first inkling of news that we had for series 3? I can't
I was one of
remember.
the first people to post about it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
When I posted in the Facebook group my email,
Mhm.
actually, I think I wrote a blog post about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I might have to go and look.
Dante is a part of the is number 10 for the series 1 promo set, but he was in series 2 promo set.
Yeah, but they considered it a Series 1
Yep.
card, and
Mhm.
they went back and sent it.
Which was nuts cuz if y'all remember, if y'all were a part of it, people were scrambling when that first happened because everybody had their promo sets for series 1 already. They had the full set. Next thing you know, it's this other card in here and the series 2 promo set was selling like crazy and then restocked and it sold again and then it fell absolutely on its face. But, you know, that happens a good amount of times though.
I'm looking at my blog post here to see.
Yeah, Bob. Yep. Yeah, it has the series 1 shard print, not the cracked ice. Yep. Uh
I'm trying to figure out.
Good question. That one. Kari
I'm
said
looking.
it. Kari said he'll give it to January. I'll say this. I'll say well January actually makes sense because the rollout usually March.
Okay,
Let's let Yeah, you found it?
I yeah, I found it. So I made a blog post in July. So in July, um, I got some information, and that the expected release date was September. So August. So 2 months prior.
And obviously pushbacks and stuff, but
Yeah, it got pushed back, but we didn't find out until the
yep.
expected date was September. I didn't find out till July, so about 2 months.
So I guess it could be a year removed as well. It could be the next year as well. So I mean that could happen. Um I don't know.
So like 2 months before. When did this come out? This came out in August
What?
or March.
March.
March. So seriously, it
Right.
came out in March. So theoretically, we could find out something in January.
Yeah.
Like we could get like an expected release date in January, maybe.
Hmm.
Unless, like Kari says, unless
That's what
Fanatics buys Panini.
that's what I'm thinking about. I actually think that's going to happen. Um, I don't even know what I feel about that. I'm cool with just I don't know. I don't know. This
Who
is
wants to guess the
I have no
current
idea.
12-month sales amount on eBay for Fortnite trading cards?
Oh, 12 months.
um, I want to say. Okay, I'm gonna give you two guesses. It's either 2 million or 20 million. I can't remember which one.
That's a probably guess. But
It's
it
either of
go,
those two numbers.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of those. I think it's 2 million.
I'm gonna say 1.5
I'm pretty sure it's two
million.
million.
1.5 million. Then Rough Rider said, "Oh,
Oh my
you switch.
bad.
No, you good.
This one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for
they're
sure. Rough
they're
Rider.
they're very tight-lipped. I've reached out before. Sometimes I get answers, sometimes I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, it's possible.
yeah. It's I definitely think something's going on for sure. I will say that.
But Fanatics a international company?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure.
2.7 million.
That's crazy.
Look, man. See,
That's
I'm
crazy.
right on there. I'm right on there. So they're not tight-lipped. They're just faking clueless. Who we're gonna go with?
Faking clueless. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it would only be that's my question. It's like if Fanatics does buy Panini, is it Panini America or
Hmm.
is it like because Panini has been
Yeah.
around for like what 70 some years or something
Yeah.
in Europe. They have the whole soccer stickers and everything going on.
It will be very interesting because I will say this naturally. I'll say this. What we've experienced with Panini by itself, if Fanatics buys Panini and they do, let's say they do roll out series 4 at some point, there's gonna be a rollout. Like there's gonna be a grand thing, even if it's not one of the top uh sets. It's just that's the way Fanatics move. Whether that's good or bad should be interesting. So I don't know, man. I can't call it. I'm interested. I'm gonna collect either way, but it could be it could be a very unique time for Fortnite when it comes to Series 4.
So Becca has a release date of stuff.
Oh yeah, they do.
So January, Topps Finest. So I don't see any Panini. Oh, 2023 Panini in February. Now this says to be determined, so I don't know if this is just assumptions. But
Yeah.
that's as far as it goes to February. And if we stick
Mhm.
to the March release, we still don't have any information. So I think it's safe to say it's too early to tell.
Richard, do Moisty Mermaid have a edit style? I don't think he has an
Yeah.
edit. He does.
It- yeah, it came out afterwards.
What is the edit style? How it look? What? I don't remember.
Um I cannot spell. Pretty sure he has
Oh
one, two,
shoot!
three.
I never know that. That's funny. Okay, yeah, it possibly.
I
Yeah,
haven't checked GTS distribution in a while. I wish I
Richard,
said
I think
thing.
so.
A while since I checked them. Series 3. But the last time when they came out the Series 3 hobby, it was um it was a lot later after I got information.
Hmm.
Um like I got information before we got these pictures and stuff. Like when this came out, this was groundbreaking because this when we got to look at like the actual
Yeah,
cards.
Yeah, I remember that. The double,
The double wrap,
yo,
the
we
double
doing all
wrap
this,
cards.
we doing all
And
this
we're so
deep
excited about these double
investigation,
wrap cards.
throwaways.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait, guys. I think the soonest we'll know is probably January, unfortunately.
Yo, deal. I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
I feel like we should make that a song, like OMG double wrap cards.
Double rap cards, but yo, it's so funny because like we probably would cringe if we went back and watched that video because we were like digging deep. Like, oh yeah, it could be this. Then it's
I
those
mean,
cards.
really,
It sounded amazing. It sounded amazing though. It really did.
or who the GTS distribution? I don't know what we're gonna call it.
While Dylan's looking that up, Thomas, I'm buying every set that comes out. I'll be a part of every set. I'll say that for sure. But at the same time, I will always be in the other sets previous to it. Series 1 is always number 1, no pun intended for me. Like that's what I'm always focusing on. And then but yeah, I will go with every set and still have my eye on the other ones as well.
None of these links are working for the distribution.
Um I think it is 20, I believe it's 2026, but I think the first year that they can start doing stuff is 2025, but somebody can correct me on that. I believe that's what I believe from what I remember, I think that's what it is.
What was the question?
Uh when does Panini contract end with sports cards? I think it's
Yeah, I think it's 2025.
yeah, I think it's 2026, but they can put their first set out or start marketing their first set in 2025.
Which means there's reason for them to buy it if they want to get a head start on it.
Right. Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
are there any like major rookies coming up? Like, what would incentivize them to purchasing it early? I feel like if there's major rookies coming up, they might.
You talking about for Panini Sports?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Well, no, theirs is done, but I think they just can't print till I think the contract is officially up in 2025. Which,
No, I'm just saying. So, like, if Fanatics was to buy Panini, what would
mhm.
incentivize them to buy Panini?
Oh, so they can do it in 2025.
But, yeah, or before, like even like 2024.
I don't know if they can.
If they buy Panini, they could.
Well,
They'd own that. They'd
the
own
con,
all the sales. If they buy Panini, they own all the sales.
yeah, but I don't think. I think even like when they bought the other ones, the contracts ended at that time, and that's when that. So even though they bought the companies, it doesn't go into play until then because of the contract that they have. Like even though they bought the companies already, so that's why I said that because that's what happened with the sports ones.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna try to monopolize all they
Yeah,
want.
yeah, they
Um,
definitely going.
no, I didn't get the goat skin.
Nah, yeah,
Um,
I didn't either.
I thought about it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about it. Um, yeah, I couldn't find a calendar for GTS. It wasn't working.
Hey, Warfighter said you are the only one, Frankie.
Yeah, you're the only one. But I mean, I did think about it, but I don't even know what a goat simulator is. I didn't even look too far. I was like, I'm not buying a game for
Yeah.
this.
Yo, Kari Victor is gonna be a problem. Oh my goodness. This is definitely that when we talk about once in a generation or once a decade player. Yeah,
Are y'all
that's
talking about what's his last
bro.
name? Really long last name. The tall dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they say that all the time, though.
Yeah, no, they do, but
I
it's
mean, they said Zion's gonna be the next LeBron James.
Zion can't. It's just which he looks a lot better this year. Zion was his weight. He had all the attributes. It's just his weight.
And this
But
guy's could be the opposite. This guy has no weight.
no, he's different.
I mean, I'm not saying he's
Yeah,
not. I'm just saying they say that all the time. You know what I mean?
but it's like and then it's those times where they talk about like LeBron, and then like that's what this moment feels like. Even though like they try because they immediately try to compare people like Zion to LeBron. I hated that comparison. That made no sense to me
Mm-hmm.
ever. Besides the way they jump, but this one is it could be different. But at the same time, he can get God forbid, anything can happen in your career. But projection wise, I mean, this might be
I mean, and
this
like
one.
once he actually gets into the NBA and plays against NBA level, it could be different. He could not take. physical as well. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
nah, this
he
this
does look like a beast.
yeah, like because like I didn't get into the Zion hype either. I felt that the competition that he played in high school was detrimental, and then him only being in Duke for a short amount of time, I felt like it wouldn't affect him because he was a grown man since he was 10 years old
Mhm.
body wise. But the weight, I think he's gonna have a better year this year. I think he's a lot slimmer. So I'm rooting
This
for him. But
this is what I'm thinking, Matt. That dude's thin. Me too.
yeah, I think he could put well, it's two ways it can go. He can be thin and stay thin like KD, or he can be thin and come in and be like Giannis. Because Giannis put on almost 10 to 15 pounds of muscle. That's how Giannis looked.
Yeah,
So it's two ways it could go. He can stay like KD, or he can build muscle like Giannis. It depends on what his body allows him to do. Some people can't gain weight.
I agree. I agree. It'll be interesting to see.
JT, he does. He really do.
He walks like a the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Y'all messed up. I mean, there's lots of things that could happen. I don't want to wish any injury on anybody, but gotta wait and see.
No,
That's why sports is hard, man.
it is. It
Because
is
like
hard.
you know how often like someone's like, oh, they're gonna be major,
Yeah.
and then like it just doesn't pan out. And
Yeah.
then you've got like Curry, right?
Yep.
No one thought Curry was gonna be major.
Mm-mm.
I forget
from
what
from Davison.
yeah.
He was supposed to go to the Knicks, ended
Or
up in Golden State. Monte Ellis
even
was
Giannis,
there.
like
Yeah,
Giannis was such a deep pick, wasn't he?
Giannis was that. Well, the thing is, Giannis was a raw talent.
Yeah.
Giannis was just a natural. He really didn't know how to play basketball IQ wise. He gained
Mhm.
on that, but Giannis had the genetics to actually put muscle on because he was that small. But at the same time, he was still a kid. So like you said, every prospect is different, man. I don't know. People be reaching a lot, but yeah, sports cars. I'm not in. I can't do it. Like I said, like
That's super
it's
volatile. Like
it,
like that's super speculative. What I like about Fortnite is that they're coming out after the fact, so we
yeah,
know everything.
yeah.
In sports, it's like to get ahead, you kind of have to like be really gambling, and you're working with information everybody else has from like these sports people.
You have
And
to, yeah. Is
now that we know a whole lot about the Fortnite market,
mhm.
I kind of question all these experts, card collectors for these rookies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I
'Cause,
know
like,
what you
I
mean.
can see where people are making mistakes with Fortnite cards.
Yeah,
I can't see it with sports. We're probably making those same mistakes with sports.
yeah. No, for
I mean,
sure.
personally, but
No,
we as the royal we.
Warfighter. Listen, we ain't the ones that's sleeping on Embiid. The people be sleeping on Embiid in the league. Like Embiid he is legit dominant center that can do everything on the floor when it comes to being a
Well,
true
people
center.
people
Like,
fake on centers in
yeah,
general.
that's what exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is
They're
and
not flashy like
mhm,
Ja.
yeah, Ja is insane. But
Yeah, yeah, he's pretty crazy.
bro, since we in basketball talk, this the Lakers, bro. Holy crap, they look bad. Like,
I haven't paid attention besides this
bro,
rookie that y'all talking about. I haven't really
yeah,
been paying attention. I did see um the beard yank that dude
uh-huh,
on his ankles.
yeah,
Pretty sure that was a recent thing, right?
yeah,
At the 3-point line,
yeah.
dude went
It's
flying.
but is I mean, Russell Westbrook fall from grace was absolutely insane. I mean, triple.
You
Yeah,
said you
yes,
mean
yes. I
Westbrook looks
just
bad.
as it came up, I literally was saying it. Yeah,
I
I mean,
always thought he wasn't a great player though.
no,
Like,
we've talked about this. Like,
yeah,
it's one of those things where I think, okay, if y'all played 2K, I know where if y'all play 2K, when you play my player and you're building your player, and what you do is like you'll go to the hole, and then if the hole crash in, you'll dish it off to get the assist. Russell Westbrook literally plays like that. That's where his assist came from in his prime. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a physical anomaly when it came to the way he played, but it was a lot of players like that.
hmm
Russ never adapted his game. He
yeah.
never adapted his game, and it came to hunt him in the latter years of his career.
Well, see, that's why I do like Doncic
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like Luca plays so
smooth.
slowly
Yeah.
and it just looks effortless. Like
Well,
he'll
yeah.
be good for a long time.
It reminds me of Joe Johnson. Like Joe Johnson game was smooth, it was slow, but he could do everything on the court, and that's where, I mean, don't get me wrong, Joe Johnson is no Luca, but the style of game was definitely the same.
I know, and I did see one clip from what's that boy from the Heat's name? I forget his name. I used to have his card.
Who?
Um,
Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah,
He hit a nasty move
yeah.
when I saw the highlight where he
You
went
know,
under the rim.
he got
Looked
that.
like some Jordan or some Kyrie type
Yeah,
stuff. I was like, okay,
he'll be solid throughout his career. He got that bubble, that bubble player over his head, but
yeah,
he just,
that's true.
but he'll have a. I like Tyler Hero a lot.
Is this supposed to be funny? Curry's just inspirational. So inspirational. Isn't that what they said on the? Isn't that what the announcer said that one time?
Yeah, yeah. Johnny Football. Oh my goodness. Yo, okay. I gotta say this, especially because me and you do the show. Yo, Skip Bayless has been cracking me up. He's been losing his absolute mind, bro. Like Skip, him and like listen, undisputed be having me dying, bro. Him and Shannon Sharp be killing me.
Man, they all be tripping like every day. I might
Yo,
actually have to watch the NBA. I normally just watch the
yeah.
clips, but I haven't. My team, my team's always gonna be
Listen,
bad.
all I'll say is if y'all never seen the "It's My Turn" clip with Skip Bayless, please do yourself a favor and just watch that clip on YouTube. When he spazzed out with that "It's My Turn," bro, it's the funniest thing in the world. Like it really is.
He
Draymond, oh my gosh, there's a lot of news. Draymond, bro,
he
that was
is tripping. Like
that was crazy, bro.
I've never cared for you, but you're a grown ass man.
Like that
I
was
mean,
crazy. Like my thing is like I played basketball my whole life, right? We've had fights for sure. But that wasn't just a love tap, bro. That wasn't just that was like, I don't know you. This is like that was a different
Bull
type
didn't
of
even have his hands up.
like, bro, that was a different type of hit. That was a different type of hit. Like you could a different type of hit when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a different type of aggression. That wasn't like this is my
This,
brother, but he stepped out of line type thing. That was
this is what
different.
I was gonna say, Matt. When
Yeah,
when
that was
they spliced it up and they made him
yeah.
like argue with himself, I was dying laughing.
Yo, Skip me. Oh man, that man is hilarious because he's literally insane. Skip is insane. Like the way he justifies his takes is ridiculous.
I heard that the guy who took the video
Yeah,
was only probably got about $5,000 to $6,000.
I hope that's not the case.
That's what I heard.
I hope that's not the case.
TMZ said that someone said that. I read that somewhere. So I don't think he got no $2 million. I think he just lost his job.
It's bro. It better have been millions. There's no way you risk all that, bro.
I don't
That's
know. That's what I heard.
yeah.
Dill says 2.7 million. I heard it was like 7K.
7K is nuts to do that.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, Stephen A. be on some whole other
That's
type
all he
stuff
does is
too.
go on
Like
rants.
Stephen A. I had to turn the volume down
Did
sometimes.
you
Like
guys see Kevin Hart like act like Stephen
yeah,
A in front of
yeah.
him? That was so funny.
Yeah, bro. Nah, is like though, like, but like Skip and Shannon, they know how to combat each other the right way where it's legit entertaining, bro. Like it's crazy because Skip be out of his mind. Like then Shannon, when it come to LeBron, he be out of his mind sometimes. But and Brown, my boy. But I think the balance of act is hilarious. Like it's legit hilarious.
I mean, the only person I'm glad is not on TV anymore is Paul Pierce. I couldn't.
You know, that's yeah. I couldn't stand Paul Pierce.
That dude could not.
M-
He could not
M-
call anything.
Matt, you talking about that 5 minute documentary? That was nuts, bro.
What
Oh
was with the
my god,
camera on that one?
bro,
I thought
what?
it was like National Geographic or something. And I was
But
like, man,
the
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 level of
sad
documenting.
the sad undertone and just the way
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like this is legit crazy. Like
it's
that
almost
was,
like he's like talking about like a serious life event that happened 10 years ago.
but he's talking. He was like somebody was like. He's talking as if he regrets killing him. Like that's the way he was. Like that's literally how he came off.
The video almost seemed like he was the victim.
Yeah, like no,
Like he was
bro,
making it
you
about
did it.
himself. He's like, people always talk
Like
to me and say, and I didn't even know. And I
yeah,
was
like
like, dude, what are you talking
what are you?
about?
And he was like, oh man, it was all bad too. It was bad.
The only thing Pierce is a legend is for like crapping his pants mid game. Like when Pierce
Yeah.
came out and said that famous game,
Oh,
the
when he
only
had to
reason
take a
he
crap.
left was because he had to poop.
Well, it depends. Like if he had the bubble guts, aka if y'all don't know what that means, if that stomach was rumbling a little different, it was but
Yeah, but that's going to the grave with me.
yeah, no, I'm
That's
not
going to the
saying it.
grave. I
Yeah,
ain't going on TV saying that famous game that everyone thought I was so brave for coming back is
yeah,
because I shit my pants. I'm sorry, that's not coming out my mouth. I'm sorry, I draw the
no,
line
no,
there. I'm taking
no,
that to the grave.
that's not happening. That's not. Now
I don't know.
they be trying to get Lamar Jackson on that. Now they said he had a Paul Pierce moment when he said he had the cramps.
No, that stuff was crazy. The sports world was
Warfighter,
crazy.
Warfighter. Bayless used to piss me off, but he's so crazy now that it's actually entertaining. That's where I'm at. Like 5-7 years ago, I couldn't take it. Like Skip was driving me crazy, but he's so insane now that it's legit funny. Like I know you don't
Well,
watch
they
too much.
have to do it for ratings, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Like, and that's why it's like, yo, he's legit. Like, but Skip is not playing when it comes to like the Cowboys. Like, what he feels about the Cowboys and Tom Brady is like legit. Like, and that's why it's funny because like it's like you're literally insane. But that's Skip for you, man.
I mean, it's one thing to like get taken off because you shit yourself, right? It's
Yeah.
another thing for everyone to praise you for coming back to the
And
game.
then you tell them.
And like no, but you live with that for years, right? For years. Like it's part of your legacy. And then you just go on TV and be like, actually, I just shit myself. That's what really happened.
Yeah.
Like that shit must have been eating at him for years.
Well, I know you might not watch it, but I mean, Channing Crowder used to piss on himself mid-game, so that's another thing. Like he said, like he was a football player, he's a linebacker. He said instead of for like wait, he'll just piss on himself mid-game, just and his teammates knew it and everything. So it's some wild ones out there for sure.
I guess. I don't know. I guess they're built different because
You
I tell my kids before we go anywhere, you gotta use the bathroom.
got to use the bathroom.
It's like before you go on that field, you boys better use the bathroom.
You
It
got to
can't be
you got
that
to you
serious.
got to know it. Yeah, man.
I mean, if I can do a 2-hour podcast, you can
That's
go
what I was
play some
about to say.
sports.
Listen, just rocking out,
Speaking of that, I kind of got to go to the bathroom now.
and then it hits you like a ton of bricks.
I don't want to be the next truth.
But that's how I don't know how you do it. If I drunk coffee while we was doing this, I had to be off for a second. I drink coffee a lot, but if I drink it at this time, y'all have to give me a real 1 minute because
I don't
that
know. One time when we hit one of those 3-hour podcasts,
bro,
I finished my coffee. I was like, "Yo, this is great, guys, but we gotta go."
gotta go, yo. Like what? Oh man,
I mean, I was like, "Coach, take me out,
take me out.
take me out, Coach."
Call it, yo.
All right, guys. Please like, subscribe.
Yes,
Tell your
please
friends. Tell all
appreciate
your
it.
sports friends that we're the best podcast.
Yeah, and tell them after the second hour we talk sports. Bring them in that way. That's how we got it. You know what I
That's
mean?
fine. Yeah.
There you
Tell them that we give them all the sports speculation that they won't hear
go.
anywhere else.
There you go.
Took his aura to the bathroom.
It's okay.
I'm gonna sell every single aura until y'all stop, and then I'm gonna have to buy them all back. All right, guys. We'll catch y'all later.
Have a good one, y'all.